Hi, Elise. How y'all doing today? Welcome to the stream. I finally managed to start early. I haven't been able to start at this hour in so long, but the reason is because I don't think we're going to be live that too long today. We're going to be probably do a little bit yaps, a little bit maybe just a little bit of yaps and a little bit of gaming, a little bit of horror gaming before I gotta head out. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope y'all are doing good. Welcome. 1 sec. I hope I'm not late. No, we just began. I clicked the stream. It's been 5 minutes. I've been live. Hi, Casey. Hi, Pastel. Hi, Ragad. Hello, Sasha. Hello. How you doing, Zelas? King, how you doing, King? Hope you're doing good. Welcome. Let me just change. I wonder if I can put like info, like a preset info on YouTube, just so like things work. Because like I every time I go live, I gotta go in here and I gotta change shit, man. I gotta always change shit. Let's see. 1 sec. Dude, this song in the background is absolute. It's so chill. Holy. Let me reduce the sound a little bit for you guys so it's not that too loud. Girl in pink, hi, how you doing? Welcome. How you doing? How y'all doing today? Y'all doing anything fun for Halloween? Y'all dressing up? Oh god, I have I love lazy men wear, man. It's so easy. There are some outfits out there that are just so easy for dudes to wear. At least it's better than just putting on just a cowboy and calling it a day. But no, I'm gonna be dressing up as Michael Myers in a few hours. And honestly, it's just one piece, some boots, and a mask. It's pretty fucking easy. Holy, we don't celebrate it here. You don't? I thought that everybody, most of Europe, just had like a little bit fun with it. No. But very fun. I've had to catch up to like 6 weeks of uni. Oh, that sounds like a very fun and pleasant experience indeed. A lot of reading. Okay, so the connection is good. Like, I'm glad to see that the YouTube stuff is and the connection with all these streaming things are not like fuckery anymore. Because I remember when we first launched and tried a multi-stream, like this thing was like so buggy. It was so buggy. Let's see. All right. Anyways, but I hope y'all are doing good. I hope y'all are doing good, dude. I don't know. I feel like Halloween, you don't really need to, I mean, like celebrate it or celebrate. No, I feel like Halloween always has influence everywhere. There hasn't been really any place in Europe I've not seen that people at least do something around it. It's such a fun event. It's such a fun holiday just to have like, just to go. I mean, just to dress up. Like it feels like it's the only time out of the year that people are a little bit not normal. I love that. I absolutely love that. Let's see here. We're not doing that much React today, by the way. We're probably just going to jump in and play some games. I have like this Dying Light, the Beast that I've been holding off for a while. I was pretty excited to play and test out. They don't celebrate it here either, but still some events and some parties and midterms. Yeah, exactly. I mean, good luck with the midterms. Holy. With the midterms are now? I thought they were like in November and December. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's not fun at all. I'm so excited. Glad I'm not dealing with that shit anymore. Fuck me. But... what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't think you need to celebrate. I think a lot of countries outside of US don't really celebrate it, but you still have like, you still do it for the kids, right? Kids go out and do trick or treat and you buy your kids like an outfit. And for the adults and teenagers, I think that people still go outside and have like a little party, or you have like a Halloween like park, or like there's some kind of scary park or like amusement place that you can go and have fun with. Like I like that time of the year. It's always fun. There's always some stupid stuff happening. Sylvia, welcome. Hi, how you doing? Happy Halloween. Thank you. I appreciate it. Happy Halloween. Hope you guys have a great time this Halloween. 1 year left. Don't rub it into my face, Addy. Oh my God. Well, once you're done, once you do the final exam, you're gonna feel such a big blessing on your heart. Like once you deliver, if it's a presentation, if you deliver it, my last exam was a presentation. So I was checked out the time I did it. When I was done with it, I was so checked out. I still remember to this day because I had a party like a few hours later, and goddamn, I have never been more sleep deprived and drunk in my entire life. Let's just say it like that. I truly celebrated the end of an era. Holy, yes, senior project. You mean? Yeah, like the final thing. Yeah, basically the final project. I had to present it. And once I was done with it, I just completely checked out. I was ready. I was so stressed too. Holy, I couldn't sleep the whole time, and I was like looking at it and going through everything, like double checking everything a million times. But yeah, good luck with that. Student life ain't easy. Hi Dara, how you doing? Hi Mousy, welcome. Hi Raven, I see you on YouTube. Hi, I won't be on for long. Won't be on for long. You went live. Wait. Did you just wake up? Is that what you're saying? We make applications. Are you becoming like are you like, you mean like an actual app on your phone? Do you mean, so you're like, are you like a game designer, or like, do you do coding? What do you do? That's at least easier, because then you just prepare everything. I think at least I don't know, like, I don't know really. I've done like a game design degree, and that was pretty fun. That was kind of like just fun. It wasn't really hard at all. It was just pretty fun. Yes, C is major. Ah, I see. Good field to go into, definitely, 100%. There's never any lack of that. Let's see, what am I looking at? Oh god, I forgot. I usually launch every game because I'm a bit worried my whole stream is gonna die when I launch this game. I really need to get this dual setup at some point up. I can't wait to do this so we can actually run these. I think this is gonna be another game that's just gonna completely kill my aim model entirely. It's fall break, but I'm already begging for winter break. Oh no, wow. Winter break, isn't that like the next year? Don't you have like fall, and then you have Christmas, and then you have winter break? Y'all get fall break? I think a lot of people do. At least in Europe, I think a lot of people get fall break. There's like a week break. You don't get it if you work, but if you go to school, you definitely get it. We get school breaks every season. Yeah, it is great. I mean, to be fair though, in some other countries, if you have snow, if it's snowing just a centimeter, they shut down everything. But there's not really anything shutting down any kind of school in Europe. So yeah, fall break is 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? It ain't 2 weeks here. It's 1 week here. That's crazy. Do you get like any homework to be done during your break? Do you gotta complete any homework? Because fuck me, I'm so glad we never were forced to do homework. I've heard a lot of people needed to do homework during their vacation. Texas has no infrastructure for snow. We shut down. Exactly. The same goes for England. England, you go to London, there's 1 centimeter of snow, it's all done. It's over. It's over. There's nothing going on. Neither the tube station, no buses, nothing goes. Everything shut down. But I've seen like some crazy snowstorm, like in Austin. Like I know that like a few years back in Texas, there was like some crazy snowstorm, and I can understand that with like some crazy snowstorm, I actually taking out the electrical lines and all that kind of bullshit. That thing shut down, but. Bus drivers and everything is scared to take like get on the road if there's still 1 centimeter of snow. I was there, it sucked. I bet I didn't seem, I've heard a lot of things. I know a lot of people that live there, and I didn't they didn't seem to have a good time at all. I get no break. The fuck, 2 days holiday during New Year's is insane. Wait, you don't get any break? Not even during your exam period? You should be getting like a time off during your exam period, where you can just like focus on your project. It shouldn't really be that much. You shouldn't be like stuck there all the time. I didn't know it worked this year. Hell yeah, nice. I remember like they were talking about like removing homework. I don't know if they've gone through it here where I'm at. I think that, I don't know, like I don't even know how I feel about it, but I remember that like it's a big discussion about like kids nowadays should kids and high school primary to high school, they're gonna remove homework for them or something, and apparently it's better to just focus on things you study at like at the school. I don't know, like there was a big discussion about it. I don't know if they're still doing that. No breaks before or after. But what I hate is the fact of them giving you homework during your vacation. Like that is just like, what's the point, man? Just why do we have even vacation at that point? Because like a vacation, usually you use that time to just have fun, chill, and like disconnect a bit. But like when school is just pushing off having homework during the your break, it's no point at all. No breaks before or after. That sucks. No midterm packed in 1 week. That's weird. That's really weird. We had that one. We had a month of preparation. Actually, some of them we even had 2 months. Yeah, something like yeah. True. We had like 2 months even for one of them. I think it was for the finals. The final, we had 2 months to prepare, and we could just go. There was no classes or anything, nothing really going on. But you could go to school and you can work and study with like classmates and stuff like that, and ask teachers about stuff. But there wasn't really any classes. But yeah. Anyways, good times. Sorry, I'm stopping a bit here and there. I need to squeeze out as much energy as possible from this coffee. Holy. I'm pretty excited to test out this game. I actually queued up quite a lot of videos I wanted to watch, but I think we probably don't really have that much time. Let's take a look and see. Let me see if there's any of these videos I want to jump into before I even go. Some of these videos are pretty long. Sadly, my school doesn't allow me to work besides it. What? Why? I mean, what is it? Is it high school? I think that in high school. That's so weird though. Yeah, it is weird. Why wouldn't the school be allowing like stay as a facility for students to like learn shit or study? That's weird. Yeah, I have to restart huge school, high school. Yeah. That's weird. That's a weird choice of them. I don't know. Silent Hill horror review, Silent Hill F. Dude, I was so sad about Silent Hill F. Apparently there's a new Silent Hill game coming out next year. I'm crossing my fingers that game is going to be good, man. I really do. Reaper Monster Update launch trailer. I haven't played Reaper in so long. I got this game though. I got it today, the RV Dare Yet. I got that the new friend game. Probably gonna play it next week. I'm queuing up with a group. It seems that we're grabbing up a group to play it next week, so that could be a fun stream. If 100% warm-up beverage season, I just bought a bunch of cappuccino K-cups. Hell yeah. Nice. That just warm it up and bring it to work or take it with you into the car. Yeah, hell yeah. No, dude, this is definitely the time. It's getting colder. It's really cold now. The thing is that at least my place is always super warm, and personally when it comes to outside, the cold doesn't really bother me that much until it turns like minus like 15 Celsius, like 15-20 Celsius. When it's like 20 Celsius, that's when it's starting to be a little bit of bothersome, because at that point you're starting to get like I think at around minus 30 Celsius when you start having physical pain. I remember what it was like. I remember there was like one winter when it was so cold outside that if I didn't have my whole face covered, I would start like getting like a pressure in my head and pain. Like it was like so that wild. I have to study a few. Gonna leave stream open. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're not doing the longest stream today. We're gonna yap a little bit. We're gonna hop in and test out this Dying Light. It's a horror game. We're playing some horror games for today. I thought I'll squeeze in the stream. I basically didn't get home for too long ago. Just had some food and decided, hey, let me squeeze in one stream before I gotta head out, because we won't be live until Monday. Again, so and on Monday we're doing just chatting and reacts purely, and then on Tuesday we're doing the Kpop. We're doing like some album cover reacts and stuff like that, reviews. Bearstead, how you doing? Welcome. It's gonna be a good time. So I thought, you know what, let me get on and chill out a little bit. You know what, let's do like maybe like one video react or something. Oh, this looks like a funny video. This looks actually like a funny video. This is a short one. I'll do this one and we'll hop onto the game. Let people gather up and chill out. Let's see. Let's take a look at this one. Dude, I'm not used to my stream deck at all anymore. I don't even remember where all my keys used to be, because before I didn't even need to look at it and I knew what I was clicking on for my VTuber model, but now I have to take like a few seconds to stare at it to figure out what I'm doing. Let's see. Anyways, casually explain Gen Z versus millennials. I feel like there's a big divide between what Gen Zs are and what millennials are. Like, I don't know if any other like generation has such a big difference between each other. I feel like the biggest reason is because millennials used to come from a time when internet wasn't really a thing, and then Gen Zs grew up and basically their whole childhood was related to internet and all of this technology, and had a big effect on them. What is this? Is this snooze? Are they snoozing? What the hell is this trend balloon? Okay, all right, let's get into this.
This video is sponsored by Incogni. When someone says they were born in the year 2002, I automatically think, damn, this is the oldest looking 6-year-old I've ever seen.
That is crazy. You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. Honestly, a lot of Gen Zs that are 19 look like they're 35. And I don't even know why. They're either on trend, or they're just not on a good diet, or they're on like some kind of crazy body modification. Or I don't know. I don't know what's with millennials. I don't know why millennials. A lot of millennials look young. I've seen like millennials that are like 38 and they look like they're 24. Gen Z is just aging poorly. Yeah, they're aging like fine milk.
Well, I won't be using that one when they ask me about the island. I was born in 1996, making me just barely a millennial, meaning I'm somewhat of an expert on my older cohort who thinks doggo, pupper, adulting, and having an actual wedding to a real person they love is still a thing, while also being able to tell Gen Z that
I still get carded by vapes and I'm 39. That is great. Keep that up, man.
Making fun of us for skinny jeans doesn't do anything.
As a Gen Z, I'm gonna just side-eye.
Inherited housing prices and 3 financial crises from the baby boomers. You will not even remotely psychologically affect us. You will not even remotely psychologically affect most of us. The first thing we have to do is obviously...
How can you put Kanye as an example there?
...logically affect most of us. The first thing we have to do is obviously define the generations, which in the textbook is 1981 to 1996 for millennials and 1997 to 2012 for Gen Z.
Ooh.
Problem is it can be hard to tell when you're kinda in the middle, because to the outside observer, Gen Z might look a lot older than they are on account of all the Botox and filler, whereas millennials look a lot younger than they are on account of all the Botox and filler.
The thing is that I don't know. I don't know if like millennials are very into body modifications. I'm not sure, but I definitely think that Gen Z nowadays, dude, you go on TikTok, bro, everybody has like their brain completely melted with just changing their whole body. If it's either like taking some peptides, steroids, or starting to shove like random bullshit in their face. And this isn't only like women, like men also. Have you seen how many look maxers there are out there? Like, there are dudes out there that are shoving like liquid, a bunch of random bullshit in their face, in their jaw, in their cheekbones every day, and they're like 21. They're like 18. I've even seen 15-year-olds do this. Like, what the fuck is going on, man? 15-year-olds are not Gen Z, but you get what I'm saying.
And you have to look at behavioral cues to tell the difference.
Look maxer, interesting term. That is what they're called. That is literally what they're called. And I'm not and I'm not saying they're really maxing it out, but they're trying, okay? Some of them do. I've seen one guy used to look completely divine, and he was a look maxer. I don't even know how much shit he put in himself, but I think he's taking it too far. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to say his name, you know? But at the moment, like, sometimes these look maxers that are putting like random bullshit in their body, they always are never fine where they're at. Even if they look like a 10 out of 10, they will still push it. And man, at the moment, his skin, he looks like he's rotting from the inside. He actually looks like he's rotting.
Because us millennials are trying so hard to cling on to our youth, we're in fact only differentiable from Gen Z by 3 things: ankle socks, hairlines, and when a DJ says, put your hands up, we do it with an open palm, whereas Gen Z does it with a closed palm. Gen Z does this because you automatically close your hand when you associate with dropping down to the floor, whereas millennials raise an open palm because we don't think Black Lives Matter. Well,
What?
it might sound like I'm here representing my fellow millennials. I did only squeak in there by 1 year, and there are some millennialisms that are too ancient even for me. Take, for example, answering the phone. Why? Similarly, Gen X still texts like they have an old school brick phone, meaning all of their messages are like, yo, bring drinks, see you at 5, sunglasses emoji. Which is at least chill and straight to the point. Millennials, in contrast, have all evolved the two-thumb texting technique, meaning they're able to send you a single paragraph-long text like it's an email that you avoid opening at all costs until you really have to respond.
What is this shit?
Gen Z, on the other hand, sends multiple messages to indicate punctuation.
Dude, I feel called out, man. I talk like this. I literally text like this, man. What the fuck?
Or a different thought, usually ending it with a skull emoji to tell you they've died and will no longer be texting you back. If you're a smug elder millennial who's like, why does my younger sibling send 4 messages back to back when they could have just typed it in one message? That shit is so annoying. First of all, if you're annoyed because you have your phone on vibrate when I'm texting you, you can stick it up your ass. Second, if you've looked at literacy statistics recently, Gen Z doesn't know how to read, so they don't know how to punctuate in the first place. And lastly, multiple messages is clearly the superior form of texting, anyone except your boss, because it allows you to better punctuate your rap battles with the homies. If you think about it, line breaks are literally poetry. When it comes to socializing and how you like to have a good time, millennials and Gen X are notorious alcoholics, but Gen X also does cocaine and millennials instead do weed.
There is no way millennials didn't do cocaine. I do not fucking believe this for 1 second. I do not believe that millennials did not drop out on cocaine during the party hour. I doubt that millennials, when they were like 20 years old and they went to like a party, there was not one guy or 2 guys doing cocaine. I very seriously doubt that. But I think that he's somewhat right. I think that perhaps maybe I'm thinking about old YouTube. I think there's been like a massive craze about smoking weed, man. And I don't think that craze is really there with Gen X. I don't think not Gen X, Gen Z. But yeah, Gen X, I think that Gen X probably probably did more coke than we than anybody else. And also, you just just work out, that's real look maxing. Yeah, you say that, but everybody does that. In like everyone does that, but they got to add in a few peptides to make sure that they're completely maxing out their workout and all of the body changes they could possibly get. Stick dude with the broccoli hair, ecstasy and Adderall is what everyone did in college. Exactly. They didn't really do Adderall in my experience, but ecstasy, oh god, they sure did. I never did cocaine though, but weed, oh.
Gen X are alcoholics on cocaine because it was the rock and roll culture of the time, whereas millennials are alcoholics and smoke weed because they.
I mean, if you have a 6-pack, you are look maxed. No, brother, no. I know you said you're 39, but I need to tell you about how big of a problem this is. Okay, these individuals do not define 15% body fat or 13% body fat as good enough. They want to go single digits. They will take stuff that will put, like, that targets fat, that targets a bone mass, that targets this and that. They will not stop putting random bullshit while working out, while eating a strict diet, because their brain is just cooked in this mindset, man. I had 6-pack well into my 30s. W, man, keep it up. I hope that when I turn 60, I still have a 6-pack.
All have anxiety and need to self-medicate in order to socialize. Gen Z, on the other hand, was very gently parented, don't even pretend they'll ever own a home, and never socialize publicly, so they just take trend.
Oh, classic Twitch users. Wait, what the fuck is this?
Don't even pretend they'll ever own a home, and never socialize publicly, so they just take Tren, Zins, and Goon for dopamine.
W!
One thing that Gen Z clearly outdid the millennials on is their slang, because just like high school, millennials also blundered the language on more than one occasion, coining such terrible turns of phrase as doggo, adulting, epic win, on fleek, it's lit fam, swag, I can't even, I did a thing, and calling any type of knowledge hacks. In contrast, Gen Z slang had a stranglehold on our broader vocabularies right away. For example, here's some Gen Z slang you hear all the time, which I will now translate in case it's not clocking to you. Let him cook. He's in the process of doing something well that isn't cooking, so don't interrupt him. She ate. She looked good or did something well that isn't eating. Riz. Charismatically flirting. Crash out. Mental breakdown. Shit slaps. It's really good.
Bro, don't tell me this ain't good fucking... Dude, we have evolved English to a different type of meta, man. I think this is great. I don't know. I cannot hate the fucking Gen Z slang. I don't know, man. I think the Gen Z slang is fucking great. I fully adopted Gen Z lingo, but I'm forever 14-year-old mentally. I think that... I think honestly, by the way, W on that. I think that honestly, every single individual out there, we don't choose to be adults, but we have to act like it. I think most people are still a teenager for the rest of their life mentally, but they are good actors. They have to act like they're adults. I bet that even whenever you're older, like, I don't know, like 60 or something, I think you still have like probably the mentality of a 14-year-old in some degrees, but you gotta you gotta act like you're 60. I love Gen Z slang. It's so funny. True.
Fire. It's really good. Hits different. It's really good. Bussin'. It's really good. Gas. It's really good.
That's right.
No cap. For real.
For real.
On God. For real. True. For real. Facts. For real. Deadass. For real. For real. For real. For real. One thing that older millennials have a terrible take on is that Gen Z has bad fashion. Gen Z has great fashion, especially compared to us millennials at the same age. Besides, when most millennials were teenagers, social media hadn't been invented yet, so instead of growing up trying to imitate the most liked Instagram trend, we had peace, contentment, and mixed and matched our clothing like a hand-me-down buffet exactly to our own taste. We didn't dress to impress, we dressed to express our deep cultural anxiety and fear of bothering our parents in case the baby boomers got mad at us, which they pretty much always were. You might not like it, but this was peak millennial fashion. To prove that Gen Z has better...
Bro, she has her boobs just straight out there. Bro, Christina Aguilera just popped the fuck out. What the fuck? Dude, this hair is nuts. That is some crazy ass hair.
Fashion than millennials. In today's social media, it's common for an influencer to be chatting up girls on the street like, yo, you're so pretty, can I get your number? And she's like, I'm 16. And the guy's like, oh my God, you can't be 16. What? I gotta get out of here, Chad. Back in my day, you'd already know they were 16 because we were all ugly. Furthermore, Gen Alpha now thinks that point-and-shoot digital cameras give a cool vintage look, meaning guess what? Low-rise, bedazzled jeans are getting thrifted, and American Apparel hoodies are right around the corner. We are so back, baby. At the end of the day, ask most millennials, and we sort of feel we grew up in the best era to be kids, but the worst era to be adults. Gen Z, on the other hand, just thinks, wait, things were actually good? As an example, when someone says make America great again, Gen Z thinks you can't make something great again if it was always trash.
True.
But baby boomers think, I remember when me and Steve worked for Chrysler and Detroit was the richest city in the whole world. I bought a house for me, my wife, and
and right after the world went emo. Bro, so true. So fucking true, man. That's because millennials are in charge now. They're getting in. They're turning the world into this bullshit now.
Baby boomers think, I remember when me and Steve worked for Chrysler and Detroit was the richest city in the whole world. I bought a house for me, my wife, and my 8 brothers and sisters back when we were 23.
That's crazy.
The millennials here make America great again and think,
now there's like probably like 2% of 20-year-olds that are able to buy an apartment, a one-room apartment.
Remember the first 150
House for
Pokemon,
$6, bro.
the Sega Genesis, Rock Band, growing up without a cell phone, when you made YouTube videos just for fun, getting free malware on LimeWire, using an iPod Touch to pretend to drink beer, how people would say, too soon, after you made a 9/11 joke. Remember how badly we fucked up our teenage years, but it didn't matter because we had no social media?
I'll never have a house.
Remember smog? As I was reading this, I got nostalgic and remembered some more things, so I redid the video so I could keep going. Remember Deltora Quest? Ordering things from the Scholastic Book Fair?
What the fuck is all of this?
The Bermuda Triangle?
Oh, I remember the triangle. The Illuminati? Yeah. Oh my God, I did have a dial-up PC as well.
Remember burning a CD? Remember CD drives in the first place? Remember when DLC was just another game called an expansion
Yeah.
pack?
You know what's funny is that I've seen people buy like old games on Steam and they queue it up, they launch it, and it says insert disc 1. Steam, I think you were meant to remove this step. I've been seeing a lot of videos of this, of like random old games still haven't removed the requirement of disc insertion. What the fuck you do there, man?
Remember rewinding a VHS before you returned it to Blockbuster? I remember. Anyway, us millennials are gonna go stare at the Winamp visualizer for a while. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. Now, unlike me and most of the people I know who can't remember anything, nearly everything that you've done online is remembered forever somewhere, which is why you should consider today's sponsor, Incogni. As we both know, your online activity is not just stored forever between the two of us in our OnlyFans DMs, but also by data brokers, who resell your information online to whoever wants to get their grubby little hands on it. You might have heard the saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product.
True.
This wasn't the case for LimeWire, that was just piracy, but nowadays it's pretty much true. When you submit your data online to a website or they ask to track your information in exchange for a cookie that they never seem to deliver, that data is often getting stored and resold to third parties who might want to scam, spam, or God forbid call you on the phone. Incogni acts on your behalf to request that these large brokers remove your data, which they're obligated to do upon request, but rely upon no one actually doing that because it would be really annoying and take ages.
Well, that's
Here's my
nice.
running dashboard since I've started using it, and you can see it saved me over 100 hours. My only complaint is I'm not...
Remember burning cassettes together? You could make a mixtape. True, dude. Remember burning CDs with random video games, trying to launch them on your PlayStation 2? But then they wouldn't work because your PlayStation 2 wasn't cracked. So you're just like, what the fuck now? That was me when I was like 7 or something. I don't remember. I thought I was so smart. I am illegally downloading these games. Dreamcast had no DRM. Dreamcast was before my time. But that's, dude, I would have loved that, man. Damn, you guys old. Don't tell me you didn't have, if you had a brother around your age, they definitely had a PS2. Also, I don't even know how I got a PS2. I think I got it from my brother, to be honest. I think he used to live with us, and then he left, and he just left his PS2 there. So I just had it. Easy clap. Hi, Gibu.
Sure who Melissa is, they could have sent me a picture first. Additionally, with their new custom removals plan, if you found your personal information on websites
Dreamcast was during PS2. Really? I don't think I didn't have a single friend that had Dreamcasts like in real life. Everybody had PlayStation.
pages.com or online
Or
databases
Nintendo.
you'd rather it not be in, you're able to submit a URL to the Incogni team who will work to remove your personal information from eligible sites. Keep in mind, if you made a cringe Reddit post years ago or robbed a bank, it doesn't work on that. You have to live with your mistakes on that one. If you'd like to give Incogni a try, use the code CASUALLY at the link in the description and save 60% off an annual plan.
Remember when after school you would go outside and do random shit outside? What the fuck do kids do now? Do they sit on their iPad and play Clash Royale? Like, do they still go outside? Like, does anything happen, man? Like, I used to be playing outside. Like, I used to play outside all the time, man. Holy, some do. Well, good. I mean, I feel like the old traditions are gone. They're not there yet. Like, kids are doing completely different thing. I remember watching Pokemon on the VB after school. Oh my god. The OG Pokemon was cinema, absolute cinema. They are dying, rip. Well, that sucks. This is a funny video. I love this one. I could always sit down and watch a comparison video like this. My lord. My lord. Video slaps on God for real, true, base, W video, man, W. I remember playing fucking horsies back in kindergarten. I feel old. I don't even know what that is. What is horsies? Remember being able to afford buying trade cards that weren't scalped right when they came out? You know what? I remember we thought we played Yu-Gi-Oh! No, we played I remember this. Duel Master was like, this was a card game back in the day that was really popular, right? And we thought we were playing Duel Master all the time. But apparently we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And the funny thing is, I found out that we were playing the wrong game because, like, I think like a class 2 down below us, there was some kid, some of them had like actual dual master cards. And I saw them, I'm like, wait a minute. They look exactly like the TV show. And I trade him a Yu-Gi-Oh card for the dual master card, and I show everybody around, and I'm like, guys, look at this. We have bought the wrong cards. And they're like, what? Where did you get that? And the craziest thing is that my whole class, it wasn't just me. There was like all the guys bought wrong fucking cards. We all bought Yu-Gi-Oh cards thinking it was dual master cards. We were the early game furries. Oh god. I still have all the MTG cards from high school. I played some Magic during high school because I used to have Japanese in high school as my language class, and all of the individuals that went to the Japanese class, they were all individuals. They were very unique, and a lot of them were pretty fun. And we used to go to like this specific like punk or goth bar that was pretty hidden, and always sit down there and drink and have like milkshakes and chill out and vibe sometimes after class. And most of them, a couple of them were playing Magic, so we got kind of all into trying out Magic back then. It's pretty fun. I really liked Magic. It was a good game, but card games cost so much money. The same way about cigarettes. I never smoked cigarettes. It wasn't like, oh, I don't want to try it out or anything. I was thinking to myself, dude, shit, this thing is expensive. Cigarettes is hella expensive. And that's how I felt about Magic. I was like getting into it. I got a deck, I got a few packs, and I was like, damn, never. I have tried. I never wanted to get into it. I never bought cigarettes in my life ever. I have tried a cigarette though. I've tried it once. It wasn't anything interesting at all. I was like, oh, this is okay. It's that. Well, now I know how it is, and I don't find it interesting. Pretty much it. I've never spent money on it though. That's for a fact. Holy. I've had like 4 Mox Rubies and a level 2 lands, the Gauntlet and Power. There's more a Goblin deck. Damn. I had a lot of crazy, because of my back in the day, as a kid, collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I had a lot of like expensive Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I had like a lot of blue ice white dragons and shit like that, the original ones. So I try to do a good day. Lord Addy, how you doing, man? How you doing? 3 times a year, and there's also a year. Yeah, no, I didn't get in. I remember when their first Magic had their first new expansion. I was like, shit, where you gotta buy these new cards now? Guys, I'm out. I'm not spending money on this at all, man. I don't have that kind of money. Holy. But anyways, the collecting Pokemon cards. I used to collect Pokemon cards when I was like in primary school. I think when I was like 7 or 8, something like that. We used to play Pokemon cards. We didn't really play the actual game. We used to collect them, and you know what we did to like fight each other? We held the Pokemon card in the air, and we would flip it in the air, so it will like rotate in the air. And if it was face up, you win. If it was face down, you lost. And we would do this to battle each other, and we would also do this to battle trade. So if we did this and you lost, I would get your card. Now I own your card. Oh my god, I did that. That's what we did as a kid. It was so fun. But like we didn't really have an idea what was valuable, so we would value things that were shiny and things that were like things we really knew about. Like Pikachu was super valuable, for example, and Charizard and stuff like that. I think I had the original Charizard, but I don't know where it is. Like the old pack Charizard. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like the super old one, but I know I had like the original ones in the past. Playing for pink slips. Yeah, dude, it was good to so flip a coin. Kinda, but we both were flipping, right? We were both flipping. So we were both flipping in the air, and they would, it depends if it's his landed on the back and mine on top. mine on front, I would win. But if both of us landed in front, there would be a draw, and the same if we both landed on the back. We would just redo it until one lost their card. So it was a good time, man. It was a good time. Hi Tuli, how you doing, man? Actual early stage of gambling. That's right, you start young. If you want to teach the ways of the world, you got to teach them gambling when they're young. Start by 6 years old. Teach them gambling. Take them to the casino. Make sure they gamble all of their savings and college funds and everything else, because if they hit big, ooh, they don't have to worry anymore, man. My God. Let's see. But yeah, I had this game. I kind of want to test it out because we don't have a... No. Shoeonhead just released this video. I'm afraid of women. Are men okay? It's 56 minutes ago. I really want to watch this. We gotta watch this. Look at the top right. The absolute chaos of Bethesda. I know, I saved this one. This is for our next stream. This is what we're gonna watch the next time. Or you mean this there? My obsession with an anime girl to a 3D woman every night before a video game of her kissing in the camera, and I highlight my day. What the fuck? I failed my fucking driver test today. Years old. I can't hold a job. I can't even drive. I don't deserve like, dude, this is sad. This is gonna be sad. Let's watch this. It's gonna be really sad. Let's enjoy this. Now, are men okay? Because they are sure damn afraid of women nowadays on the internet. Let's take a look at the new Shoeonhead video. It just dropped. Let's check it out.
Hello again, friends, and happy Halloween.
Hello,
this
happy
Halloween, I have decided to dress up as the scariest possible thing to my audience.
A woman. A middle-aged woman.
A woman.
Oh God. Oh no.
As the OG YouTube pick-me, I have made many videos dunking on bad female behavior, ranging from terrible things like the creepy female teacher epidemic, to more silly things like women posting their L's in my Are Women Okay video. The video where I read embarrassing stories women willingly put on the internet about themselves. And that video has
I think it's funny that they were willingly sharing these in moments.
sort of become a fan favorite. So
Nobody
I've gotten
paid
many
them or
requests
anything.
from you guys to do a
weren't
male
forced.
version of that video.
Thank
But
God.
the issue I found is the male version just doesn't exist. No, I'm not joking. I looked everywhere for the male equivalent, but it turns out, unlike women, men don't like to post embarrassing stories about themselves.
Men don't like to post anything. Men don't post anything. They don't even do anything. They just consume. Shocking? Yeah.
will be out here openly talking about the time they got a yeast infection from the homeless man behind a Denny's, but a man won't even post about the time he said "you too" when a waitress said "enjoy your food." They take that shit to the grave. At least that's what I thought. Until I visited a dark, forbidden corner of the internet. I used a VPN, I changed my IP address, I went incognito mode, and I visited
secured.
reddit.com. And I found one of the funniest
I hate that place.
and most depressing communities I have ever come across.
I mean, you went to Reddit. What did you expect? Like, Reddit as a whole is already the most depressing community you could find.
in all my years doing this. It's true, folks. I may have found the one place on the internet where men are posting their L's. Lord knows it's hard to be a man today, you know? Like, I couldn't imagine. You're told to be nice, but not too nice. Confident,
ad?
not too confident. 6 foot, 6 pack, six
That's
figures. Have a perfect beard or a perfectly
I don't have that.
clean-shaven face.
I don't have
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before we dive into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving.
W.
Most razors force people into
I heard
these weird workarounds
was it this
like
one that sucked, or
apply
was it
cooling
Manscaped? I don't
aftershave
remember.
to
One of
help
them.
with the burn. No, That's all coping, not solving. Like when I was having the worst sleep ever, and I thought maybe it's my routine, you know, I tried to change up my bed routine, everything like that. No, it was my mattress. I finally changed my mattress, and then I finally started sleeping better again. It's not your shaving routine. It's the mattress. Well, the razor. Henson Shaving is on a mission to improve shaving. Not with gimmicky subscriptions or moisturizing strips, but with real innovation and a focus on your skin's health. Their razors are made with solid aluminum, making them not only durable, but also environmentally friendly. There's no plastic involved, not even in the packaging. What really sets Henson apart is the precision of their design, with their Henson AL13 safety razor being manufactured in the same aerospace machine shop that built parts for the International Space Station. This precision allows the blade to extend just 1/1000th of an inch beyond the shave plane, ensuring a stable and gentle shave. And since I switched to Henson, I have noticed my shaves have been silkier and smoother than ever before. No tugging, no razor burn, just a close, perfect shave that feels great on my skin. So basically, no more leg a beard. The best part is, once you invest in a Henson razor, it's a lifetime purchase. The only thing you'll need to replace are the blades, which cost 10 cents each. Just 10 cents. So once you own the razor, you'll only be spending like $3 to $5 a year on blades. That is incredible.
Henson's store offers a variety of colors, even a titanium version, so you can pick the razor that best fits your style.
Just head on over to hensonshaving.com/shoe and add both a Henson razor and 100 blades to your cart, and then enter code SHOE at checkout to get the blades for free with your purchase. Your skin, your wallet, and your environment will thank you. Get the blades for free.
That thing costs $90? It's not even electric, but $90?
With your purchase. Your skin, your wallet, and your environment will thank you. Thank you, Henson, for sponsoring this video, and as always, thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. Now, let's get back to the video.
Are men okay?
No. No, they are not. We have gone over this many times in more serious videos. Modern men are going through a lot, and for a long time there was nowhere for them to vent. Can't vent to your friends because that's gay. Can't vent to your girlfriend because that's...
You can tell your homie, Pookie Bear, I love you and I would kiss you on the mouth and I want to wish you a good night. But if you tell your friend, I hope you drive slow, bro, they will call you gay for it. The men are an interesting species because the way we communicate cannot be understood by anybody else.
It's gay. Can't vent to a therapist because that's gay. Everything is gay, except of course gay sex, which we all know is only gay if the balls touch. So what is a man to do?
It isn't even gay to do that.
To go? Reddit, of course. r/kitchen cells, to be exact. Kitchen Cells is a Reddit page where, quote, incels go to vent their frustrations with the world, as well as show off the food they are consuming at the moment. Now, for those of you who don't know what an incel is, an incel is a involuntary celibate. Somebody who, for whatever reason, cannot get laid or get a girlfriend. And for the people watching this, a girlfriend is a girl that is your friend, who you love. Like that little anime girl you watch in the corner of your screen, except she loves you.
Yeah, what are you thinking about, Cake? He's a homosexual.
Back. So, let's dive into this. Let's see what Reddit is cooking. Failed my f***ing driver's test today. I'm 26 years old, I can't hold a job, I can't get laid, I can't even drive. I don't deserve flavors. I dropped my salad. I fail at everything I do. I'll never amount to anything. I'm a perverted incel freak with weirdly long toes. Classmates said I have school shooter vibes. Bowl of sludge. What am I looking at?
What is happening? Is he eating like fucking... What is this? Is this like laundry detergent? Like, what is this green shit, man? The dogs? Jesus Christ, this is sad. Why are they torturing themselves? You know what's wrong. Go fix it. Just fix what you're telling everybody what's wrong. Just fix what's wrong, man. Is that just straight algae? I don't even know. Go to the gym? No, I mean, if you don't have a job, I mean, go try get a job, man. Stop sitting on Reddit. What is going on? Hi, Nine. How you doing? Welcome.
Is this your classmate? Holy shit, maybe they were right. Resident evil ass meal. I asked my high school biology teacher out on a date the day I turned 18 via her Steam account. She blocked me.
I mean, game is game, brother. I mean, game is game. You tried.
This guy somehow managed to find the one female teacher that did not want to groom their male student.
Yep.
Incredible. Chicken looks good though. 7 out of 10. Asked a girl out and she started laughing. Oh, that's just...
You know when they say the worst thing they could do is say no.
It's a learning experience, dude. Got super hard. Rice. Oh. 5'10", rice looks good. The only girlfriend
Welcome,
I've had
creative.
was on an online game when I was 11.
No, I feel bad because I've done that before. Don't. It's fine. The pain you've inflicted this man will only strengthen them in the long term. Do not worry, girl. You keep slaying.
Hold your hand when I tell you this. That was a man. That was a 45-year-old man. Made this cake to celebrate 6 months on heroin. No woman could love a creature like me, but this feels great anyways. I only haven't ended my life because I don't want to make any women happy. My obsession with an anime girl prevents me from talking to 3D women. Every night before going to sleep, I watch a video of her kissing the camera, and it is almost always the highlight of my day. May I know which one?
This is the highlight of your day? I mean, you're eating like you're in prison, bro. So I kind of believe that.
I watch a video of her kissing the camera, and it is almost always the highlight of my day. May I know which one it is? Sue from Monster Musume. You know what? After the...
What the fuck? Where do you find these people? What the
last video I did, I can't even judge this. Like, at least it's human looking. The bar is in hell. I have a huge crush on a coworker. I was talking at her about fish.
Bro, this fucking chicken sandwich from McDonald's is the best representation of every individual in this fucking subreddit, man. Deflated and sad. Oh, it's McDonald's. You can see that it's McDonald's because it looked like somebody sat on it.
And I jokingly said I could buy her one of
Worthless?
those toy Barbie fishing rods and teach her how to catch a fish. She said, I don't think I'd be interested in that, in the most disgusted tone of voice I've ever heard a human muster. I like how he said talking at her. Not with her, not talking with her, talking at her. Women love when you talk at them. Just corner them and start yapping about World War I or like Warhammer lore. They f***ing love that shit. Just get
Really,
right
do
up
they?
in their face and explain to them.
Hi, Anna. Haven't seen you in ages. Hope you're doing good, Anna. Welcome, welcome, and thank you for 17 years sub. I appreciate it, and I am here. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing good, Anna.
The entire plot of Lord of the Rings. That's how you get about World War I. Women love when you talk at them. Just corner them and start yapping about World War I or like Warhammer lore. They f***ing love that shit.
Yeah,
Just get
that's true.
right up in their face and explain to them the entire plot of
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
That's how you get them.
that's right, because they know that you're dedicated individual then. They know that you put a lot of time and effort into things you care about and worry about. They surely will love if you tell them about Warhammer lore for 8 hours straight.
Mom's new boyfriend is younger than me. Oh no, his mom is being hag-maxed. She's 52, I'm 23, he's 21. He could literally be my brother. What the f*** do they even talk about? Oh, don't worry about it, bro. They're not doing much talking. I wish a tomboy could just casually kidnap me and drag me into a room. Pasta cereal. I feel like tomboys are like an endangered species. What the f***?
You know what? I haven't seen a tomboy in a long time. Do they still exist? I haven't seen tomboys in a very, very long time. I know that before. I used to see that you used to see them on the internet all the time. But I don't think I see them that much anymore or heard it. I haven't seen any friends that are tomboys either. Every tomboy I used to know, they're all become girly girls.
Is that? Forget tomboys. You need to be kidnapped by the
Women
feds.
killed
You
them?
need to be exiled away
No,
from
we grew
society
up,
for
I
what
guess.
you did to that pasta. My ancestors are weeping. The last time I met anyone was when I went to the psych ward a few years ago, where I got a
fuck?
crush on the first girl who ever showed me any interest. She ghosted me. Just my stupid Chungus
This
life.
guy has to be bulking. Like, there's no way you eat this and you're not like bulking, bro. This is eggs, right? There's an omelet. Use some beef stew and just pure rice.
Okay, honestly, good. Do not get with the f***ing girl you met at the psych ward, okay? None of this Harley Quinn Joker bullshit.
Yeah, I'm trying to hook up with girls at the psych ward.
You can't fix her. She can't fix you.
I will be her chain.
No. Next. Today I found out the woman I have been pursuing is a lesbian.
Holy big boys.
Meat hot dogs for me and my father, who hates me. Okay, 1, that is doo-doo. That is poop from a butt. And 2, it is not over. It's not over. There's still one way you can date her. Put this on. I don't deserve love. Segregated Tic Tacs. I have an eating disorder. Gay. So I almost never actually cook. I'm eating plain strawberry yogurt out of a dog bowl this morning. F*** my lonely puppy life. Yesterday my scrambled eggs were oversalted. This morning they were undersalted. I have to kill myself. Wait, if the eggs are undersalted, can't you just put more salt on them? Wait, don't kill yourself. Just add more salt. Off to a VTuber burping compilation, and now I'm having the only meal I know how to make. Where the f did it all go wrong? That is disgusting, bro. Which VTuber? Which one? Which one so I know to avoid that channel? A female coworker complimented me on my shirt, and I began to stutter trying to say thanks. This guy will remember that for the rest of his f***ing life. Men will be 85 years old on their deathbed, surrounded by their family, remembering the time some random woman complimented his Metallica shirt 45 years ago. Ladies, you want to make a random man's life? Compliment his shirt. Just make sure it's not one of those like Ahiago anime shirts, though. That was a weird era. I licked this canned tuna to imagine what it feels like to eat pussy. It doesn't taste like. You know what's
crazy is that I've never seen a guy wear this, but I used to know numerous girls, like women, that used to wear these kind of shirts. Like in college, man. Holy fuck. I don't know what's going on there, man.
I licked this canned tuna to imagine what it feels like to eat pussy. It doesn't taste like that or have that texture, though. Put 5 pennies in your mouth.
If a guy stutter after a compliment, honestly lewd,
a hot dog,
is that a good thing?
Down the middle and then lick that. Probably
I had
closer.
That hoodie.
And here I am thinking the guy who licks a can of tuna pretending it was a pussy was rock bottom. What the f am I reading? Why can't you just buy a fleshlight or something like a normal person? Yeah. The smell and the flavor are important factors here.
Oh.
Stop. If it smells and tastes like tuna, something is wrong. She has an infection. Suppose a girl has blocked you on every platform, but you know her address. For the past year, you've been sending her 1 GIF each month, each one bigger than the last. Sometimes you include a note. She's never responded, but you know she's receiving them. How would you proceed? You don't. You don't proceed. None of these people at this party know I beat it to giantess vor animations. Maybe. But now the whole internet does. I love the people in the comments like, my man. It is just actually insane. Like, these people walk amongst us. Like, the guy in front of you in line at the bank might have a being eaten alive fetish. Who knows? An acquaintance I have is talking with his girlfriend.
Now, what the fuck is this? What is this? Bro, is this meat? What is this? A candy what the fuck is this, bro? Huh? Dude, this looks like red meat. It's like melted candies.
And 4 of her friends 40 feet away from me. He said, statistically, one of the 10 guys in this room is a racist. They all looked at me. Funfetti pizza. I was talking to a girl who thought I was Latino. When I told her I'm Indian, she almost gagged.
No, that is a red flag.
Woke up this Sunday morning. I'm still 5'9". Okay, 5'9" is not f***ing short. What the hell have the dating apps done to men?
What is a short man? I don't even know anymore because, like, I look at myself and it's kind of hard to think if you're tall or not. Like, I don't even know. What even is a short man? Like, what actually is a short dude? 5'10" is used as average. So if you're under 5'10", you're short.
Dating apps have just like
I mean, that's the average, right?
Destroyed the male psyche. Like, dudes now believe if you're not 6'3", it's f***ing over. Didn't they just implement like a
because like I live in the land of giants, right? Like, I'm 6'1", and brother, everybody here is 6'1", and everybody here is also 6'5", and 6'7", or whatever the hell. They're like super tall here, man. I don't feel like I don't know.
weight filter on like Bumble or one of those apps or something.
On
That
5
is
feet?
that is insane. Could you imagine they did a weight filter? Could you imagine no women under 170 pounds? Could you fucking imagine? They would never. They would never. Paid for
Y'all
the first
intimidate girls being so high? You think so? I mean,
time. They weren't great nudes, but I kept paying because she talked to me. Spinning Glizzy. She talked to you, huh? Are you sure about that? Are you sure you were talking to Cutie Pie Kitten 69 and not fucking Kamal from Pakistan?
no, it would.
Because apparently that's the thing. Apparently OnlyFans girls hire agencies in like India
Yes.
and Pakistan to like talk to their simps for them.
No, they usually have a manager. Apparently, they usually have a yeah. It says account manager. Yeah, but they usually have a manager as well that they know in real life that handles all of it. I didn't know there was a new strat to invite like Pakistanis to and Filipinos and Indians to do the chats for them. I think nowadays what's happened is that they don't even need the manager. They use ChatGPT.
I masturbate to girls until I am tired of them, so I won't have to approach them and then get rejected. Is this why the birth rate is so low?
Intimidate isn't the word I'd use. Yeah, I think that whenever a girl has to look far up, I don't think that's the feeling she's getting, man.
See, I was under the impression it was because the economy and because gender relations are so terrible in this country and like women want a career and they're on birth control, blah 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 blah, but I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's just millions of this guy. Or maybe this is just Reddit. I can only get off to femboy hentai now.
That
Corn
is
on the cob,
crazy.
no salt, no butter, no nothing. This is the closest I can get to the feeling of eating out a girl's vagina. Oh, that's not...
What the fuck?
You know what? Maybe it is. I don't know. My cat was sitting on my lap and I had to make him move because I started to get hard when I saw a gif of Candace Owens. I was watching
Put that man in jail.
a not safe for work video with that one French girl and coomed just when the camera randomly zoomed in 4K HD on a guy's face, so I busted a load to a guy. Felt a little bit cucked and gay and cried a little bit. You could have looked away.
Could have closed your
But
eyes.
you didn't. Did you? My body is permanently deformed and crippled by decades of compulsive, joyless masturbation. Everyone who sees me can tell instantly. Saw a female's body in the cheese
What is this? What is this?
and had to jerk off before finishing the plate. Microwaved cheese lasagna. Okay, so I'm just gonna pretend I didn't read the first part. What the f is that? That is
What is what kind of connoisseurs do we have here? Like, I don't even know what's more sad, their cooking skills or their posts themselves.
not lasagna. That is an abomination. Jerked off to a VTuber crying compilation and the hardest I've ever in my life. I used to be a track star in high school and both my parents always loved me. How did I fall so far? It's actually so crazy how like you can do everything right as a parent. You could just be like a great responsible parent and raise your kid right. And
That's
then
right.
one day on your son's like 13th birthday, you gift him his own computer. And then in a few years he's masturbating to anime girls crying
No.
and posting about it on Reddit. Tofu broke apart just like my life. Yesterday, for the first time in my life, I looked for and watched cuck porn on purpose, then cried. I have a micro penis. All porn is cuck porn. You're sitting in a
Why is it always the VTuber compilations? Unfortunately, we have a vast variety of fans. And sometimes those fans are, they sure love the internet. And the internet shares gifts, many gifts, some mental gifts that we should probably not talk about.
chair watching two people fuck. You might as well be sitting in a chair in the corner of a hotel room watching two people fuck on a bed. What's the difference? Porn is basically virtual cucking. Tried to jack off today, but all the porn was so bad I just turned my phone off and cried myself to sleep. Okay,
I wouldn't even eat this. First of all, that's a lot of calories, right? And you burnt it. You managed to burn fried food. Like, you've actually so fucked this meal up.
Turned my phone off and cried myself to sleep. Okay, the reason why you think the porn is boring is because you are so completely desensitized from seeing it all the time. Like 40 years ago, dudes were drinking it to like the Sears catalog.
But is honey chicken, is it meant to be that burnt? I haven't had honey chicken before. So I've seen it. I didn't know it was meant to look like that though. Are you sure? Like, that looked burned, man.
Wear ads. And now
Ooh,
the most
honey burn.
insane, depraved you could ever fucking imagine is only like a few clicks away. Like, I just don't think humans were meant to live that way. Like, I don't think humans were meant to see sissy hypno inflation
That burn?
compilations
Oh, you would eat it out?
every second of the day, you know? Whenever I masturbate, I leave my cums
Is that Oreo?
sitting in my underwear. Every second of the day, you know? Whenever I masturbate, I leave my cum sitting in my underwear. We can smell it, by the way. We can smell the cum. Women especially can tell if you have recently masturbated.
I've heard this. I've heard this thing. I don't understand this. I don't believe this. I don't think this is true. But a lot of people have said that women, I don't know what age, I don't know what we call a woman nowadays either, that they can smell if a man has masturbated recently. What are you, like the cum sniffer? Like, what? Why can women? Is this true? I don't believe. That's wild, right? Why has nobody told anybody about this before? Well, believe it. Is it? Wait, so you're telling me you can sniff cum? You can sniff. You sniff a dude, and you know if he's cummed recently or not? What is this? What kind of pause? Okay, all right. This is some crazy ass shit, man. What kind of weird superpower do women have nowadays?
You ladies know what I'm talking about.
It's a prominent scent. I know cum smells like a prominent scent, but how can you smell if a dude has cummed recently? He doesn't smell like cum. How do you know he has cummed? How do you know?
Like, you go up to a guy and like, you can just tell. Like, you can smell it. If you're a guy and you're like, wait, is she joking? Is she being serious? Don't worry about it. Last night I
Fuck, man.
off and my goopy steamer of a load.
What is this conversation? Apparently women around the world have a superpower we men never knew.
On my Xbox and
They know more about our balls than them.
fell into the ventilation of the console, and it turned me on so much I sprayed the console with 9 sprays of my mom's perfume and masturbated to the stench, and now it won't start. Breakfast to start the day. Why? Why? I've had this crush for 3 years, and I want to screenshot and print some of her photos on Instagram to pee on them, but I can't even afford a printer, so I just wrote her name on a piece of paper and drowned it in my piss.
Do you ever think to yourself, man, I'm weird? Because you ever do, just look back to this video or these posts, because like I thought I was weird, right? I'm a VTuber on the internet talking about cum sniffing, but like these posts, man, they truly are like that. This is not an act. They do this for the love of the game. They chose to share these kind of informations, these acts, these situations. Nobody forced them to do this. They decided themselves, you know what? The world must know about my acts in this world.
I'm just a stupid pea-so. Why? I hate how the one time she wants to pop a titty for the gram is when she's breastfeeding.
Look, that chicken doesn't look bad. See? This is honey hot chicken, right? Look, this one is not burnt.
Got me using AI just to remove her baby from the pic. Save the earth and post them titties uncensored. Remove I'm just a stupid pea-so. Why? I hate how the one time she wants to pop a titty for the gram is when she's breastfeeding. Got me using AI just to remove her baby from the pic. Save the earth and post them titties uncensored. Plump and full of milk. This video is turning me into a fucking misandrist. This video is turning me into a femcel. I can't do this anymore. I'm dyeing my hair blue. I'm getting a nose ring.
You should watch Women's Secrets. Is that a video? Is there a video about women's secrets that men don't know about?
I'm growing out my armpit hair. The girl I liked was wearing flip-flops and gym shorts at uni yesterday, sitting on the floor with her legs open.
Man.
I went home and jerked off 6 times in a row thinking about her feet and her butt. Woke up today, went to pee, and noticed that a chunk of skin...
Why like, I feel like so normal because like I never think about these things. Are there men that are so sex deprived that they cannot stop thinking about buttholes and like whatever the fuck 24/7? Like at what degree of life, where do you have to go in life to push this way? Or is this normal? Am I abnormal? Is this like an act? Like this is so weird to me. I feel like you have to be like there must be some kind of like sexual frustration in your life that you just can't get rid of. I don't know, man. I think of these guys are just weird. Perhaps they're just mentally weird.
Thinking about her feet and her butt. Woke up today, went to pee, and noticed that a chunk of skin on the back of my dick is coming off. That's it! That's it! Men need to be born into prison and then earn their way out.
I wonder how women feel whenever they watch this video. I wonder if they're like, thank God I wasn't a man. Because like I look at this and I'm like, how the hell am I the same gender as these dudes?
Probably something terribly wrong with my colon. I've been told to seek medical advice ASAP for several months, but it will probably figure itself out one way or another. Well, you should probably go to the doctor if you don't want something bad. I wish older women would pee on me. Oh.
What the fuck?
God, the men you have sent to protect us are on Reddit, fantasizing about getting pissed on. Discovered cartoon pornography at the age of 8.
Now that is rancid. I don't know what kind of degrees you have to go to be fine with eating this. I know men are warriors and all of that, but this is rancid.
8 and life sucks since then. My mom caught me dry humping my torn mattress to some AI porn and hasn't looked at me in the eyes since. I haven't even touched a girl intimately yet, and I've lived half my life. I'm 39.
I'm 39?! I feel bad for this guy, man. I feel bad. Yeah, that guy needs help. That's sad, bro.
Okay, first of all, bro is fart maxing. Second of all, men, you really gotta stop the porn. You gotta stop it, or like just way less of it.
That's
it's not good for you. Listen, I used to be super.
No, not November is coming up. It's tomorrow. Today's Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. Tomorrow is not November. Guys, you can do this. I believe in you. Stay strong. No porn for 30 days. None of it. Go outside, touch grass, talk to people, talk to men, and other things out there in the world. Fuck that. We've already lost the man. He's going to Reddit. Oh, fuck. We lost one of our chatters. He's already going to Reddit. No. Praise and kisses for Gibu.
Were pro porn a few years ago. Not anymore. It's gotten so bad, especially after COVID. I feel like it got so much worse. I feel like
this man is gonna goon at touching grass, Addy.
addiction just kind of exploded in the past few years. In women too, as we have previously discussed. Like, sure, everything is fine in moderation, blah blah blah, but I feel like there's just like no moderation anymore. I feel like fucking everyone is just a gooner, and it's making everybody depressed. We're just like a society running on perpetual post-nut depression. Afraid to talk to women at work in case they allegation max. Just friendliness max and LARP as an—
I'll never see men the same. Listen, ladies, not all men are like this. If you talk to men online, they might be like this. But if you meet them at a social environment, trust me, you've already removed 99% of them, because dudes that do this kind of things would never get into any social gatherings at all. Don't worry about it. Not all men, but all these posts gave me trauma.
Afraid to talk to women at work in case they allegation max. Just friendliness max and LARP as a normopilled creepiness minimizer. I asked a girl out at work and she reported me to HR.
I mean, to be fair, you shouldn't be trying to date people at your job, man. This is a professional place.
I think I'm gonna lose my job. See, this is sad. Like, back in the day, it was totally acceptable to flirt with your coworker, ask her on a date, whatever. Like, so many people's parents met because they worked together, because they were coworkers, and they flirted and they hung out and stuff. And now it's like not socially acceptable at all to do that. HR culture has ruined the relationship between men and women in the workplace. Fuck HR. Go talk to your crush. I got called into HR because apparently it's not okay to jokingly ask my coworker if I can gargle her period.
That's bad.
Oh, what the f— Okay, never mind. Never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that. No more talking to women at work. No more talking to women at work.
Can we report
no more talking to women. In
Can you
general,
send that
total
guy to
ban on
jail?
talking to women until we figure out what the hell is going on. Downloaded Tinder and got 2 matches in 5 days. F my stupid, ugly life. Okay, from what I know from like men who use the apps that I've talked to, that's actually really good. Oh my god,
Yeah, because apparently Tinder doesn't let, like, as I understand it, what Tinder does now is that for guys, you have such a mass pool of dudes, so your algorithm doesn't, the algorithm that women see isn't really that great. But for women, their pool of choices are much less. So that is why when it comes to a choice for a girl when swiping on Tinder, there are all of these dudes. So if you're going to be that one guy out of like thousands of dudes, your thing might not even pop up. Tinder is like 10 men, 1 women ratio. Exactly. It's crazy out there.
all so mad at him in the reply.
And there's fake women accounts too to make it look like there's more. Yeah, there's also a lot of bot accounts that pretend to be women on Tinder. So it's even worse than that. Your matches could also just be bots and AI trying to scam info from you or scam you.
You get a match in less than a week.
I've never been on any dating app. I used Tinder in high school, but I didn't use it as a dating app. I mean, maybe the people I talked to thought so, but like me and my homie would sit there and we would like, I was an asshole, okay? But I thought it was funny. I was just like, I would just troll the individual I matched with. And the same with my homie, and we would just share stories of our conversation with these people. And we would just like, I don't know, I would just have dumb conversation with everybody I matched with. The fuck did you use it for? Dealing? Yeah, I was selling crack. No, it was just like an extra funny thing to do on the side while sitting on the tube or something.
You complain? Stop
You wanna buy
bragging.
some
I've
meth?
gotten 0 matches in 3 months. 2 matches in 5 days? Why are you even here? My culture is not your costume. Fake cell. Go outside and get your life together. A true cell gets 0 matches.
What's
That's
happening?
2 people. How many do you need to be
Swipe
satisfied?
right for
Mods,
coke.
take his balls away.
That's
2
right.
matches.
Tulio,
Head on
go
over to
touch
Kitchen
that man's
Chads.
balls.
Oh god, what is Kitchen Chads? Hold on. Kitchen Chads. It's real. Oh my god. I love cooking for my girlfriend with the money I make from my job. Made some ratatouille because I like the movie. Might go for a run later. I have had sex before. This is like the Krusty Krab
What?
across the street from the chum bucket. This is evil. This is diabolical. Okay, let's go back to kitchen cells. We're done here. I haven't felt the touch of a woman in months. Months? Fake cell. Try 25 years.
Dude, they make this a competition, bro. They're like adding numbers up, man.
Ooh, fake cell.
This is like a level up. They have like ascended these individuals.
Fake cell spotted. Went to the drugstore and the girl cashier was nice to me. Started stuttering, so she kinda giggled at me, so I left immediately. Felt so humiliated I couldn't stop myself to get home and masturbate to the idea of her suffering. Masturbating to the idea of her suffering. Incredible. This is some classic incel. I like how there's just like a bunch of people in the comments like, dude, what the f***? Bro, get some help. Fake cells when a real incel pulls up. A girl I know has recently added me to her close friend stories. Well, today...
Now, how did you make the chicken this way? How? This is diabolical. How did you do this? What is this?
incel
Not
pulls
how,
up.
why?
A girl I know has recently added me to her close friend stories. Well, today she posted a poll asking what color she should paint her toenails, and apparently my answer was, quote, too specific.
Oh, no.
I'm no longer in her close friends
I
list.
would not answer that question, buddy. You should not have answered that question, buddy.
I once walked up to a woman I went to school with since middle school at a bar. Before I could even finish saying hello and asking how she was, a guy put himself between us and asked her if she knew me. She said no. I'm pretty sure they're married now. 22, no driver's license, no post-high school education, never had a job, never kissed a woman, and have horrible social anxiety. Flying bundle of bananas for dinner.
Nice.
I'm Albanian. F you. I'm half Jewish, half Indian. It was over at birth. You didn't have to tell us the half-Jewish part. We could tell by the circumcised avocado. 5'3". Finally got the confidence to walk up to a girl at a bar and she bent down and asked me where my
Bro put a lemon inside of a fucking fish and was like, that's it. That's all. That's the dish.
parents are.
Wait, what?
Up to by the circumcised avocado. 5'3". Finally got the confidence to walk up to a girl at a bar and she bent down and asked me where my parents are. Oh no. Judging by what we have seen
King.
around this subreddit,
Keep
some
your
guys
head
would be
up, man.
totally into that. Some men are drowning, while others die of thirst. I should clean my bathroom, but without the drain flies, I have nobody left to keep me company. Asmongold, is that you?
Okay, bro.
You don't just have your drain flies. Look, you have a little ant friend too. See? It's not all bad. Made peach cobbler. I have a date tomorrow. Maybe my femcel gay life is over. A woman going on to a incel subreddit talking about how she has a date tomorrow. This is just evil. This is just like eating a 5-course meal in front of a starving African child. What are you doing, bitch? I'm a femcel loser who can't talk to people and spends all her time playing games. Guy I had a crush on from high school told me he wasn't interested in a relationship, but I think he's lying and didn't want to tell me he's not interested because I'm fat, chopped, and broke. F my fucking loser virgin life. I'm about to turn 25 and I'm still a virgin. I feel like it's too late now. Everyone knows more about intimacy than I ever could, and no one will ever want an unattractive, inexperienced femcel. I'm just a lonely virgin femcel gamer. Bro, why are there women in this incel community? They're
Bro,
like,
you guys have the whole fucking ocean, man. Just take a shower and go out there and you'll be good.
locusts. They come in, they gentrify everything. Sports, politics, board games, video games. Now the incel community,
That's
the
right.
hating women club is being invaded by women. Is nothing sacred? There's no such thing as a female incel, okay? There's no such thing as a heterosexual female incel.
That's right.
Dating and finding a relationship, different. But any man would f you. It doesn't matter how fat, how socially awkward, how ugly. Men f couches.
That's
Men
right.
f rotisserie chickens. You can find a man who will f you.
There is always a desperate man behind that computer screen, lady. You'll find yourself the true love at some point.
All female incels are volcels. That is my hot take. I know I'm a fake cell, but I truly wish I was a true cell. The only woman who truly...
Am I the only one that have no idea about what the fuck all of these cell things are? Like, what are you talking about? Fake cell? True cell? What are you talking about? Can't we put all women in Starbucks and ship them back to Jupiter to become stupider? Shut up, Drix.
truly loved me for who I am is gone from this world, and I'm the only one to blame. I wish I was a true cell so I didn't know what true love felt like. Sometimes when I cook, I like to imagine I'm cooking for a loving partner who's excited for me to join them at the table, but then I turn around and nobody's there and a little part of me dies inside. Every night I go to sleep thinking about kissing a girl just once. Another man's child has the eyes of the woman I love. She's better off without me, and soon enough she'll forget the color of my eyes and the way we laugh together, while I'll be trapped in those memories forever.
This is so
I like how in
sad.
the women posting Elle's video, it was like, I got drunk and peed on my date, teehee, and the men posting Elle's video, it's like, I want to kill myself. Like, this shit isn't even funny. I don't even know what to say to this. This is just depressing. Black bean chili.
Dude, speaking about that, man, I was at a French restaurant in Paris. I know, cringe. Oh my god. And I ordered a steak. And I asked it for being medium well. Bro, that shit wasn't even medium, man. That shit was that shit was like, that shit was raw. And I was like, bro, this ain't even medium. And he's like, yes, but it is good. Look at it. It is perfect. I'm like, what the fuck? All right. Bro.
Mom would hit me until I stopped crying as a kid, and now I'm an emotional
And he
wreck.
kept on coming back to me, checking on me, so checking if I liked the steak. Did you send it back at it? No, I didn't. I actually ate it.
Back to any girl I talk
Some part were really chewy, and I was like, fuck.
to. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I need a girl to beat me like my mom did. Oh.
Oh. There's mother issues.
A Freud cell. I've given up
What
on
the
getting women. My goal now is to get as fat as possible. A friend of mine said I look like a serial
I knew a girl in when I was in primary school. Not primary. Like, that would be fucked up. In middle school. Like, this girl was 1 year older than me. I used to hang out a lot with a class that was 1 year older than me. And this girl was like smoking cigarettes like it was the life that like her life depended on it. And she told me, she was like, I'm just going to call myself Adley. She was like, Adley, I have this master plan how to stop smoking cigarettes. I'm going to start eating cheeseburgers. And I'm just going to eat cheeseburgers instead of smoking cigarettes. And I'm like, oh, damn. So you're going to change one addiction to another? And she's like, yes. This is my plan. And this is like this fucking tiny, super skinny girl in middle, like, and she's going to change from smoking cigarettes that she's been smoking religiously to just eating McDonald's. Then they got fat. I have no idea. I haven't seen them ever since.
But not a hot one.
I mean, not ever since she told me that. Ever since, like, whenever they go into high school, I haven't seen them.
With women in the serial shit. Okay, for all my weird flaws, at least I do not have a serial fetish, okay? That is one I do not have. I can't stop having homosexual fantasies about me and my classmate, and I wake up with a boner every morning. The cold showers are not fun.
What?
I'm not gay, but imagining how slim his legs are makes me feel hot. I'm not gay, but I keep fantasizing about how soft and smooth bro's legs are. I was in the bathroom trying to eat a banana when two guys walked in and I could hear them
You
kissing.
don't fuck around with the bros, man. Like, there's the thing about being gay, and then there's the thing about being gay, right? You know what I'm saying? You're not gay with the you're gay with the homies, but you're not really gay with the homies. You know what I mean? Even if you're actually gay. You get me? Like, this is bro logic.
I squashed my banana in anger because of the jealousy I felt. And to make matters worse, I think I grabbed the wrong kind of banana. Haha, I just accidentally squeezed my dick to the sound of two men kissing. I cook so often for my roommate that I've started to feel like his boy wife. Maybe in another life I was his gatherer trad wife and he was my Chad Hunter husband. Is it time to start femboy maxing? Sometimes I have inappropriate thoughts about other men and I hit myself in the head repeatedly. Men out here fighting demons. And the demons is bisexuality. Listen, it's 2025.
I'm gonna be real. That is probably a fight a lot of men has to deal with. I think most men are gay or are bisexual to some degree. I think most men have like a little bit gayness in them, like in some degree. Now, would they take it too far? No, probably not. But I think that there are some, like in most men are gay in some degree. And the ones that are a little bit more, like they will definitely have some challenges and questions. But now with the world, how much open this kind of sexuality information are, I don't think you're going to struggle with figuring out what the fuck you're into. I don't know, man. I'm straight, but even there, and there's Henry Cavill. Exactly. And I bet, like, also, if you are, let's say you look at a man and he has a really good physique, you're probably going to stare at him a lot and admire it, right? Maybe you won't get hard, but like you're into that, man. You're into another man's body. Like, what the fuck? That's kind of gay.
Gives a shit if you're gay anymore. That's basically like being straight nowadays in the world of demisexual gender goblins or whatever the fuck. You're good, bro. Just don't be a furry. Went on Grindr to see if I was lovable and they rejected me. You were rejected on Grindr? That's impossible. Dudes will literally hit up someone on Grindr.
I saw a dude. I got this TikTok. A dude was going through the mountains of Norway. He's like an English guy. And he was looking for pussy in the northern part of Norway. There's barely anybody going there. And he was walking for 5 hours to hook up with this dude and fuck this dude. And he was traversing mountains and plains just to meet this guy, and he didn't even know if he was real. He just opened up the Grindr and found him. I'm like, damn, that's some real dedication. What an inspiration, right? That I hope that man met the guy that was on Grindr and it wasn't fake. Real, bro. True.
Before the person even has a profile picture, they'll just like get in the DMs like, hey, wanna bang?
Dude, my TikTok feed is it's special. I do find the greatest adventures of life, of the modern life. And they say romance is dead. Exactly, man. It is there. It is there. It's hidden beneath the mountains.
I swear to God, talk to any gay male friend of yours. They will say the same. The gay male community is what all of human sexuality would look like if women were not the gatekeepers of sex. And it's horrifying.
True.
I've said before that hookup culture is basically straight people culturally appropriating gay culture, and it's been a complete disaster for society. 18 male. I haven't seen my friends in months, and all I do with my time is work at my job. Welcome to being an adult, unfortunately.
That is life, bro.
Welcome to the next 40.
That is life. That is your life for the rest of your life, unless you get rich. It's Straight up. That's just life, man. I'm also going insane about this.
35 years of your life. I love the people in the comments like, imagine having a job. You have friends. This guy is doing better than like 90% of this
Job?
subreddit, and he's only 18. It's never been less over for someone. I'm only 16 and I've already wasted my entire life. I'm gonna turn 18 in a few days. I'm below average in everything. If you are 17 years old, you are basically a child. You are a baby. What are you doing on the incel subreddit?
Gaga.
All these people like, oh, I'm 16, oh, I'm 17. Is it over for me? This was me at 16, okay?
Nice.
Quoting Invader Zim, going on newgrounds.com, and now look at me. You know, on second thought, I am exactly where someone like that would end up, aren't I? Never mind. What I'm trying to say is, it's not over, okay? It's never over, but it's especially not over when you are that young. It's not like you're 36 or something. A pretty girl sat next to me on the bus and I leaked a bit of pre-com. I'm 36. Oh. Sorry. Spent my last $10 on OnlyFans. Here's my dinner. Why would you spend money on some stupid whore when you could spend money on a different stupid whore? Me. I won't get naked or talk to you, but you can support me on Patreon. All patrons get the uncensored version of every video, so you can hear me say, f shit, bitch, link down below. Much smarter way to waste your money, if I do say so myself. Anyway, obviously, many of these people are being silly, they're being tongue-in-cheek. Real actual incels probably don't hang out much on Reddit. They're not out here posting shit like this. I just thought this was funny and goofy. That has been my whole channel. I find something funny, I bring it to you. I'm like a cat bringing its owner
I think she's one of the greatest YouTuber at the moment. I think all of her videos now, like beside the really hard political ones, I think that they are probably the things that I'm most excited about seeing on my YouTube feed. They are the greatest.
mouse as a gift. Here you go. What is your biggest L? Maybe I'll make another video like this where I just read Chew on Head's audience posting their L's. But I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye!
A king never has L's. I've never had an L in my life, bro. I'm winning. Sad as it may be, but that's modern day natural selection. Surely it is. Yeah, but can we watch women one? Yeah, sure, we can. But I think we watched it. But anyways, this W video, this is pretty fun.
Only virgin femso gamer.
I don't like this. I don't like that at all. Holy W video. The women one. Which is the women one? I feel like we watched it. Is it this one? Is it the because like is it this one? Because we watched this one. This was about like a book though. Is there like women secrets men don't know about? 4 secrets men don't want you to know. Women empowerment. Dating advice. What every woman should know about men. I don't think I'm gonna find what I'm looking after, guys. My biggest lesson I learned from thousands of women. Ooh. People who don't post their photos. The psychology of people who don't post photos. Let's put this video on. This sounds like an interesting one. What the hell? My biggest L was I made dinner for a gal and all she did was to tell me how she was going to get back with her ex as she was bouncing her kid on her lap. That is crazy. I'm so sorry to hear that. I not ready to share my biggest L yet, which was over 10 years ago. Those haunting memories still lacks on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah. Man. My biggest L was asking out a guy and walking to the end of the city for a date. What, was he walking that far as well? I feel like that doesn't sound that much of a L though. You had to go on a long journey just to meet a dude to go out. My biggest L was recent. Oh, tell us. Tell us, sister. Holy. I got a few from back in the day. I can't think of a big L. I don't know. I ain't getting married in August no more. Are you getting married? Dude, sometimes YouTube really pops off, man. Like, what is this thumbnail? This Subway furry incident? Man. Truly impressive. I was in a relationship and I liked someone else. So when we got drunk at a party, I confessed to the other guy and me and my ex broke up. That sucks. Just break up. Yeah. If you are with somebody and you're liking someone else, just break up. To be honest, I didn't even like the guys. I think you're just playing around, Casey. I think you just like having fun. You're just a girl after all. Tee. What is this? Casey Ainsworth starving? What the fuck? What the hell? Tee. I'm just a girl. Oh my god. She was too sleepy to have a good judgment. True. That's what happens, okay? She didn't have enough sleep. Not enough rest, not enough coffee, and not enough time. So she didn't know what we're doing. You are fine. The tea I can. I just like the attention. Oh my god. I'm kind of looking at the time. Guys, do you want to play like this horror game, this fancy horror game, new horror game for an hour, or do you want to like watch some more videos for a little bit? New sound redeem. The tea was that good? I downed a full bottle of Jaeger before doing it. Damn, that's impressive. I have had many Jaeger bottles in my journeys, and I've never met a girl that could down the whole Jaeger bottle. Yes, please. Spooky. It's a horror game after all. You could also just watch some other videos. Maybe I'll push it because I don't have that many days. Not much time left. We could do some more videos. All right, since we're talking about girls, let's watch this video. I think this could be funny. Jaeger? Oh god, I haven't had Jaeger shots in so long. I haven't had Jaeger in many years, or many years. Probably 2 years. Probably I haven't had Jaeger. 2 years? No, I actually had it last year. Forget about it. That's what happens. Anyways, look at this. The Labubus are everything wrong with the society. Ooh, I don't even know how they spawn, but they suddenly were there, and oh my god, you wouldn't stop hearing about them. Let's take a look at this video.
Whenever it feels like we are making progress towards a society that refuses to fall victim to mindless consumption, or we are having honest conversations about how young people can't afford houses or have families, something like Labubu comes around and destroys all faith in humanity.
Aren't they like possessed? I think they are demon spawns.
Now, there's nothing wrong with having a collection: music, trading cards, comic books, coins, seashells, whatever brings you joy, especially if you are a...
Dude, I actually went by, there's a big Labubu store in Oxford Circus, like that's the middle of London. I saw that and I was like, damn, I didn't even know they had like specific stores for this shit, man. That's scary.
child. But something about Labubu feels off. It feels less like a genuine collection and more of a hollow trophy that people convince themselves they need because someone with millions of followers attached it to their purse. It's the illusion of status packaged into an evil-looking doll that proves how easily we're manipulated by major corporations. But the crazy part is, this is not the first time something like this has happened, and we're not even embarrassed to admit that we keep falling for it. And as if the amount of money that people are spending on these things isn't shocking enough, there is real crime and violence breaking out because of these dolls. And once you see just how far people are willing to go for Labubu, you'll understand why this isn't just a dumb toy, it's a symptom of something much worse. Before Labubus became the world's latest big-time collectible, they were just silly sketches made by Kasing Lung. The Hong Kong-born artist spent a lot of his childhood in the Netherlands, becoming infatuated with Nordic fairy tales, especially the elves that were separated as beings of the dark and of the light. In 2015, Lung decided to make his drawings into a short story for children that he called the Monsters Trilogy, telling a simple story about how a child meets a playful tribe of fictional female elves called the Labubu. That's why I wanted to create something that I've always known existed in my heart, he said in an interview. It's so amazing that so many people love it. Shortly after, he released a handful of toys as an artistic trial run, and his fans absolutely loved it. Many people are surprised to find out that the Labubu characters are supposed to be kind-hearted creatures that are eager to help.
They are? I thought they were devil spawns. I thought they were like a fixation of like some kind of like satanic bullshit.
For everything to erupt into chaos following their various funny antics.
Labubus only became a trend because Lisa from Blackpink had one and everyone wanted it. No, don't tell me like Lisa is the reason we have the Labubu trend.
According to Lung, there are over 100 different characters, each with different backstories and relationships, picking on or bullying each other in innocent ways.
即係Labubu其實有好多咁有百幾隻嘅又係，其實因為我希望有一個角色。
But not everyone interprets Labubu seeming kind-hearted or acting like friendly bullies. For a lot of people, the teeth and sinister smiles really freak them out. I personally find them creepy and have no desire to have any of them for myself, family, or in my home. I don't understand why everyone else thinks it's cute when it's obviously creepy. However, Labubu did create a cult following, which caught the attention of a Beijing-based company called PopMart, a company known for blind box packaging. PopMart and Labubu developed a licensing deal in 2019, and it changed the company forever. Shortly after their partnership was established, 55,000 boxes of the Labubu miniseries were sold out in 9 seconds on PopMart's online shop. Damn! And that was over 6 years ago. So the hype surrounding these toys is not new, it's just new to America. And while the company does have some offerings where you can actually choose which one you're going to purchase, it primarily sells blind box figurines now, making up more than 70% of their business. Blind boxes have been around.
Is this gacha? Are you telling me they're doing like in real life gacha system? No, this is horrible. I knew this shit was at a devil spawn within it somewhere. Like,
for over 40 years in East Asia. It's just that recently they've become America's largest obsession when it comes to collectible toys. The concept is incredibly simple for businesses to get
the worst thing about this is collectible toys for adults. It ain't kids collecting them, there's adults, and they have money.
Consumer excited. On the external packaging, the customer can see a few different Labubus they might get. Maybe you will get the pink one, maybe you will get the green one. It even tells you the odds of getting them, 1 in 6. But the key is putting the secret one there. It is grayed out, so it is a total mystery. The secret one has a 1 in 72 chance of being in your purchase. And this could be one of the main reasons that is causing younger generations to collect more than they ever have before. In a survey conducted on 21st century collecting around the world, we've discovered that the average young adult spends almost $2,000 a year on collectibles, and that more and more adults who aren't collectors are now considering joining in on these trends, as 90% of collectors have reported that they participate in activities revolving around these collections. People have unpacking events, forums where they share their collections, and sometimes base their entire personality around something like Labubu because it's a way to connect with the outside world. PopMart even opened their first theme park called Popland, where people can come and celebrate their obsession with these blind box products together. One of the descriptions...
I don't get it. I don't get why there is an obsession. I can understand that, yeah, some famous individual wore them with their bag and you think it's cute, but I don't get this obsession with them, like, that take us to this extent. Like some cult? Yeah, kind of like it. I don't understand why anybody would want to go to a theme park related to it. This is just, I don't get it, man.
For the park reads, there are a few spots to play in the same way as a typical theme park, including an adventure playground filled with climbing walls, nets, mazes, and trampolines. Guests can also feel what it's really like to live in the universe through the augmented reality immersions. And naturally, there are also plenty of places to stop to snap photos and videos for social media, which helped make the Labubus the stars they are today.
Oh, I see what it is. This is just social media credit points. That's all of this is about. This is all about posting photos and videos on social media.
When trying to get to the bottom of what they call the economics of
sound like an
Labubu,
angel.
the Wall Street
No.
Journal teamed up with psychologist David Bosch to describe the impact blind boxes and Labubu have on consumers. To them, a lot of this has to do with the labels showing
I think this should be illegal. Get rid of gacha systems, at least in the West. Make this illegal. Get this shit out of there. Like, gacha should not exist. Like, this form of gambling, this is gambling with an extra coating around it. Like, and this is also gambling where there's no winning.
a secret prize and the human compulsion to complete a set.
One of the things that the brand can do to keep engagement, to encourage consumers to get a little more excitement out of it, is to label the box.
That specific range also creates a set.
It's well-known, well-supported phenomenon that most people, under certain conditions, have a very strong tendency to want to complete a set.
The concept of the blind box has become so popular that thousands of YouTubers have used it as a perceptually fun way to entertain themselves and fans at the same time. A good example would be how Rhett and Link looked for extremely rare toys in a segment of their show, Good Mythical Morning.
Hold on. That was not it. This one's special.
Hold on.
What is this?
Hold on. I got the 1 in 100.
You got the Robbie! You got the Robbie!
This is truly for children.
I can't believe. And Robbie came with a drum. What in the world? This is the most fun I've had in years.
You can see that these blind box collectibles have an interesting impact on people. Even if they don't know what the toys are, why they're interesting, special, or even if they don't like the way that they look, once people realize they are rare, they start to attach value that isn't actually there.
True, you can sit there and send somebody. You can, like, make them open a cookie. And the cookie has something, and they look at it and like, oh, what is this? And then they're told that, oh my God, you got this thing. This is 1 in 100. Congratulations. Instantly, the gratification you get from that is insane. You're phasing toward this random object that is completely useless, that completely changed. Because now you think it is valuable since it was rare. You got a rare find. But in many ways, nothing really changed. You viewed it as nothing, and in reality it still is nothing, but because somebody told you this is a rare item and you can barely get him, now you start feeling like this is something very valuable because of the dopamine it gives. Yeah, it does give you a form of dopamine.
Walmart and Labubu's business model mostly relies on this. Nothing creates hype more than the illusion of scarcity, the old classic, low supply, high demand. However, what really started this Labubu craze was another classic modern day marketing effort, paying a celebrity to endorse the product. Because just a few months ago, one of the world's most famous K-pop
Is this the one? Yeah, that's the one.
stars, simply known as Lisa, sent the world into a frenzy after she confessed her love for Labubu. Lisa is a Thai singer, rapper, dancer, and actress who became the most followed K-pop idol on Instagram.
She has 106 million followers? Oh my God,
But she's been
Lisa.
seriously climbing the industry ladder since 2016 after joining the girl group Blackpink. By now, K-pop isn't just a genre, it's a full-blown global movement. Streaming has skyrocketed, with Spotify reporting a staggering 362% increase in K-pop streams worldwide over the past 5 years.
good.
The top 100 K-pop artists globally amassed a jaw-dropping 90 billion on-demand streams with a 42% growth year over year. K-pop! They've also developed some of the most die-hard cult-like fans on the internet. Fans will create entire Twitter accounts dedicated to a single idol, posting hundreds of updates a day like unpaid publicists. They'll organize mass streaming parties where thousands of people loop the same song 24/7 just to inflate the chart numbers. Some even spend hours translating interviews, subtitling videos, and archiving every second of a singer's life. To outsiders, it looks obsessive. It looks like the musician is at the center of a fan's entire identity, and sometimes they will attack anyone who criticizes them. But to the fans, it's just loyalty to their favorite star. And Lisa is arguably the most famous of them all. Lisa's been in ads for PlayStation 5, Louis Vuitton, partnered with Bose, and has been a global ambassador for Celine and MAC Cosmetics. So whenever she was asked to share her secret obsession with Vanity Fair's YouTube channel, anything she chose to promote was going to turn into pure gold. And in November of 2024, her obsession of choice was Pop Mart collectibles. Mention were the large Labubu she held in each arm. She described the impact Pop Mart had on her friend and how she couldn't stop herself from buying to unlock new characters. What's really sad is that people couldn't tell that this entire video is just one large paid advertisement, but it worked. After the seal of approval from Lisa, Pop Mart's share price has grown by almost 600% in just 1 year. Somehow, this creepy looking figurine with confusing appeal has managed to enter the hearts and minds of some of the richest celebrities all around the world. Korean artist V was seen walking around with Labubu in Seoul. Rapper Central C and Dua Lipa have been seen with theirs attached to bags. Kim Kardashian posted an entire collection of them on Instagram, and Madonna received a Labubu birthday cake that is quite...
Now what the fuck is this? What? That ain't no Labubu, man. That ain't no fucking Labubu, man. What the fuck is that? that I don't even... Madudu? Yeah, that sure is a Madudu.
Frankly, one of the most terrifying looking things on the planet. And if celebrities aren't the ones purchasing Labubus for themselves, they're receiving them as gifts from friends or family members. Like how football legend David Beckham posted an image of an apparently rare find that he received from his daughter.
Oh, are we getting to the freaking golden Labubu bullshit?
These celebrity advertisements have been one of the key driving forces for Labubu's current obsession. And I feel like we must address the elephant in the room about how this thing looks incredibly evil. The sharp teeth, the unsettling grin, the slightly furrowing eyebrows. You can't help but notice this toy
I told you it is the devil spawn.
Has a slightly demonic feel. No wonder why these Hollywood elites love this toy. It represents them perfectly. Celebrities have always mastered the art of appearing glamorous enough to worship, but approachable enough to trust. They present themselves as icons of beauty and innocence, while behind the scenes they're laughing, squeezing every last dollar from the people who idolize them. Labubu is just the perfect prop for that illusion. A sinister little mascot hiding in plain sight, smiling as it drains your bank account. Across all different social media platforms, everyone and their mother has an unboxing video for Pop Mart's new favorite product, picking them up from one of the company's 500 plus stores or 2,000 plus vending machines around the world, eager to record themselves unboxing one for the first or 300th time.
Right. Here we go. Y'all ready for this?
I'm ready. Oh?
No.
Oh my god. No way. No way. Oh my god.
It's him!
Oh my god, it's him!
He's gorgeous!
Holy!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Can you believe?
Whoa.
The doll seemingly is no longer about whether you actually like the thing, it's about proving you belong to the exclusive club of people who have...
I'd rather have a Hello Kitty or any senior character thing than Labubu. I would rock a Hello Kitty shirt, man. Like, I want to be real. Hello Kitty's fucks. I think I would any day have a Hello Kitty over this shit.
One. The doll itself is meaningless, but the association is priceless. People have convinced themselves that having one signals wealth and exclusivity, even if all they did was pay retail price for a hunk of vinyl.
I am the owner of the famous 24 karat gold Labubu.
And of course, now many buyers are trying to justify their purchase by saying it'll be worth more someday. But if history has taught us anything, it's
this is just an NFT. This is just, again, a physical NFT. It has no value. The only value it has is the one you create. This shit will be worthless in a few years whenever the hype is gone.
Collectibles rarely pay off like people think they will. If you look back at your childhood, odds are you collected a little something. Maybe you did it because you loved it, or maybe you did it because everyone else was doing it. But ultimately, it didn't matter because it was just part of growing up. For me, it was Pokemon cards, WWE wrestlers, and Hot Wheels. For others, it could have been lunchboxes, Barbies, Beyblades, rocks, or literally anything else. But now, collectors have become sellers. Collections are no longer to express their admiration for a passion or interest, but to auction them off for hundreds, thousands, or maybe even millions of dollars. They see collections as an investment, a way to get rich quickly. In fact, 40% of so-called collectors have openly expressed how they intend to sell their collections as they increase in value. And of course, there are tons of collections out there that have increased in value over time, but Labubus are pretty new, and they're starting to seem like more of a flash-in-the-pan trend that is reminiscent of Beanie Babies. In the late 1990s, Beanie Babies weren't just plush toys, they were marketed as miniature.
This is the 90s. $1,999.95. Couldn't you just write $2,000, bro? $2,000 for a freaking plushie? This thing looks horrible.
Fortunes in the making. Thai Inc.'s strategy of artificially restricting supply by limiting retail orders and frequently retiring certain models created a frenzy where $5 stuffed animals were believed to become the next gold rush. At the peak of the mania, Beanie Babies accounted for roughly 10% of eBay's sales. We even saw full-grown adults separating Beanie Babies during a divorce. But all those people who hoarded these rare toys were disappointed to find out that they weren't worth anything. It doesn't matter that sellers listed them for thousands of dollars online. Even still to this day, you can find listings for hundreds of.
That is crazy. Why does it say used? What do you use it for?
Thousands of dollars, but things are only worth what someone is actually willing to pay. And the harsh reality was that nobody was buying. Not even the most reckless spenders could be convinced that these toys were rare or valuable. So people ended up selling their Beanie Baby collections for dollars, sometimes even cents at garage sales, which drove the value down even further. What was once perceived as a life-changing investment turned out to be nothing more than overpriced clutter. This is almost a fabric of American culture at this point. You'll see shows like Antiques Roadshow, Pawn Stars, or American Pickers, where people drag out dusty items from their attic and pray they've been sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. The fantasy is irresistible. The idea that some random object you already own could secretly be worth thousands. It's the modern day lottery ticket, except instead of scratching numbers, you're banking on nostalgia and rarity. But the uncomfortable truth is that most collectibles never hit the jackpot. For every person who sells a first edition comic for 6 figures, there are millions more who are left with boxes of junk that they swore would pay off one day. Even though we're still at the peak of the craze, occasionally you might see videos online where a collector recognizes that they might be spending a little too much money on Labubus, but then you'll find investment gurus in denial justifying the purchases in the comments. They're actually worth more than $120, so you got lucky. The scary part is, because of the Labubu popularity, we're no longer just talking about overpriced toys, we're talking about an obsession that's bleeding into real life in some very dark ways. Like how parents will give their own children a choice between hundreds of dollars or a Labubu blind box, only for the kid who receives the money to almost break down in tears, even though they end up buying a giant Labubu with the money they were.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Poor kid, man. You gave him a tiny loot box and her money, and then you give her again the biggest fucking Labubu that exists. What?
Forgiven. Now, to give the kids the benefit of the doubt, they're kids. They don't know the value of money. Of course, they want a toy. However, there is no.
I knew the money of value. I knew the value of money when I was a kid. Cause like I remember fucking $1 would give me a cheeseburger from McDonald's. And I also knew $2 would give me a pack of like Pokemon cards. So I was like, damn. I need $3. I need one cheeseburger and I need a pack of Pokemon cards.
excuse for the full-grown men who will buy up as many Labubu products as they can in order to resell them to children and other collectors for a much higher rate. And they have the audacity to claim that they're just passionate collectors.
We get a lot of slack on Instagram, but because of how much stock we have, you took all our stock, we're collected, and we want the box, and you're triple the price, and this and that. But unfortunately, people don't understand.
Being in your 40s and collecting Labubu is definitely a different kind of trend. I didn't expect that. I feel like, I mean, if you're thinking, like, this feels like, in a way, a form of stocks, but you're scared of stocks. Like, instead of gambling on stocks and crypto, all you're doing is just hoping on that these random objects you bought is going to be worth something in the future. Oh, Pokemon released a limited time set for cards. Ooh.
How a business model works, you know.
I'll fuck things up.
No. People perfectly understand how the business model works. You try and squat on as much inventory as possible so there's scarcity, and then people have FOMO, so they want to make sure they get it, so they'll pay the extra markup that you just drive the...
I think he loses. Like, I've seen this happen a lot of times. Usually these individuals, they think they're smart, but most of the time they lose in the end. People won't often buy that. You will not make up for the money lost in return. This ain't like a product like a GPU that people will use, that there are big advantages for. This is just a plushie. Nobody gives a fuck.
Price of the roof.
They came and shopped with me 2 weeks ago, bought Labubus for the kids. Someone stole her Labubu from her bag.
You're kidding.
Yes, at school.
Tough.
And then I speak to my daughter.
Labubu robbery. Capital punishment required.
Send them to the executioner.
Bro, it's not normal. Not normal. So yeah, I told her take all the Labubus.
Unfortunately, it is very normal now. It's super normal now.
When grown adults are exploiting children for profit, it's only a matter of time before the obsession spills into outright theft and violence. In Southern California, a small group of teenagers were suspected of breaking into a warehouse and stealing some inventory. When the Chino SoCal police received a warrant to raid the house the supposed thieves were staying at, they weren't looking for electronics or jewelry. They were searching for about 14 boxes of Labubu collectibles that...
Yeah, I'm gonna rob a fucking store. And I'm gonna steal Labubus. I'm not stealing diamonds. I'm not stealing anything super valuable. I'm stealing Labubus. Oh, come on. Fuck off, man.
The alleged thieves were intending on reselling on the black market. According to the report, the cops recovered $30,000 worth of the furry figurines,
oh my God,
which usually retail for about $30 each. In the same story, the LA Times noted that the prices for Labubu due to scarcity are reaching all-time highs.
That is
the
nuts.
figurines are usually sold at Pop Mart stores and create a fervor whenever new ones are released. A child-sized Labubu sold at auction for $150,000 according to media reports, and limited edition monsters can retail for $150. But the criminality doesn't stop at theft. There's now a growing scheme where people will make counterfeit Labubu, now named Lafufus, that is becoming such a large problem that people are making instructional videos to help customers inspect Labubus like diamonds at a jewelry store to avoid being scammed.
Every Labubu should have exactly 9 teeth. No more, no less. Like this one, you can count. It has 10 teeth. Here are a few other ways we can tell.
It's not... Can't they just give them 9 teeth and then you don't know? What do you do after that?
If you look at the original Labubu's complexion, she has kind of a peachy pink tone to her skin, whereas if you look at the Lafufu, this one in particular has a paler complexion.
Pop Mart told us you can also identify a Labubu by their high-quality finishes, such as the stitching and the paint job.
One obvious way you can tell a Lafufu from a Labubu is the spelling on the tags. Labubu will say Pop Mart on the tag, whereas this specific Lafufu says poor mapped. I do like it when they're very obvious.
Whether Pop Mart will admit it or not, they're definitely enjoying all forms of press, even if it's bad. All publicity is good publicity in the world of politics and sales, because at the end of the day, we only have ourselves to blame. Tim Dillon hilariously summarized the depressing reality of the Labubu obsession in America.
The Labubu is the perfect symbol of the economy that we've created and the cultural value system that we have. It is a Chinese fentanyl-stuffed voodoo doll.
Chinese fentanyl voodoo doll. Now, I bet that I think that every single American adult out there, every single American parent out there will like that term.
It is being exported to America.
That's
Little
right.
Things.
It's trying to corrupt your children. so that they won't be free anymore. They won't be American anymore. Now they will be interested in Chinese culture. That's what they're doing. They're trying to ruin your kids.
Like the Labubu become an important status symbol for people
Not that deep though. You have not dwelled the surface of conspiracy theories. They can take the smallest thing that doesn't even matter and turn it into the biggest reason in their life.
Have given up on owning a home, having a family, having a job, or a meaningful life.
Yeah.
The adults, their eyes get big. You've got one of them. I want one of them. What? A family? No, that demon doll. That troll, that critter.
1 minute, we're having honest conversations about how young people can't start a family, buy a 2-bedroom house, or even spend time with those that we care about. And in the next, we have hundreds of thousands of people going into debt to buy a trinket because their favorite celebrity said it was cool. But as I stare more at these evil-looking little things, I can't help but recognize that it's the perfect reflection of a system that thrives on manipulation, that manufactures scarcity, that entices children and adults to pour money into something that has absolutely no value. The doll looks demonic because in a way, it's a symbol of how dark consumer culture has become. And the scariest part isn't the doll itself, it's what it says about us. That our society has to be this desperate, this easily hypnotized for something so empty to become such a massive success.
I think people are just bad with money. And they like wasting money. Ooh, they want to spend money on the dumbest shit. And that's where you get people that love Labubus. Now I can see somebody want to have a cute plushie and they buy one Labubu. When you get into the obsession of having multiple and having this specific one, blah, 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 blah. That's a point of like, you're taking it too far. W video that I never watched this channel before. I like this video a lot. WW, I hope you guys enjoyed the react. They did same thing with diamonds, you know. I think obviously the diamonds are not scarce at all, but they made it a limited market so that it would be valuable. Diamonds should not be as expensive as they are, but the market themselves turned it that way. The ones in control of diamonds are in control of all diamonds, and that's how it went. Yeah, true. Yep. That's the beginning of diamond being sold. That's right. It kind of sucks, but that's just the world of capitalism. All right, baby. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Oh lord, oh lord. Also, Anna, I hope you're doing good. I really liked your piece. I'm on pause my notification now. One woman brought all the mines for it, so they rare as fuck, and she can sell it for more. Yeah, very true. No, I don't know. I remember it was something about like the business that were trying to get it, like that was getting it, knew that these rock weren't worth that much, but they tried to limit the amount of supply they would give, and they tried to push them onward with market and advertisement to be like something special, like a special gift, the proposal of marriage and stuff like that. And that's how it got fixed in our culture, that now when we want to propose to a lady, for example, we need a diamond ring. Before then, it wasn't the case at all. People wouldn't do that, but now it's kind of ingrained everywhere in the world. I would pay a hefty sum for Addy Boo Boo though. I have been spammed a lot. I noticed this and I need to answer. I hope they don't see this, and I doubt they will, so it doesn't really matter. But I've been spammed a lot by one of these VTuber markets. One of these VTuber, what are they called? Merchandise markets and stuff like that. Like I'm not ready for merch yet, but I should probably reply to them and say, yo, that's it. Just tell them yo and move on. I try to finish it before the deadline. I think it looks really cool. I thought it was really fucking cool. I appreciate it. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. I buy rare and expensive protein powder because of my favorite Wolf VTuber Oshi. I appreciate that, man. Rare and expensive protein powder. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. You gotta be fart maxing with that one. Now that the business plan, I don't know what this Labubu resells are doing though. I think they're gonna lose money. Addy, can you check the video suggestion on Discord? I put a TikTok about Labubu. It's short and funny. Yeah, let me take a look at it. Bum, 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 bum. One sec. I never understand why TikTok starts muted. Hello?
Open it! What is this?
What the fuck is that? Same shit. You gonna hang him?
This little bastard has been staring at us for months now from backpacks and purses. Who is it? What is it? Who cares? Labubu? Oh God, I hate even saying the name. You stand accused of wasting everyone's time.
That's right.
Like a modern day Beanie Baby.
Kill that devil spawn. Kill that devil spawn, brother.
Any last words?
What the fuck?
Who buys this crap anyway?
Some more cursed Teletubby?
And you too,
I'm gonna hang it.
Good people, I ask you, shall we hang this thing?
Yes! It has 1.7 million likes.
Do your duty and pull that lever! Sorry, lever!
That's great. That's fucking great. I love that. I love that. So stupid. Oh my god. Freaking Labubus. Clappy. You, I'm cringing so hard. Spoopy. Hi, Abe. Oh, God. Spoopy season. Man. I wish there was more spoopy bullshit outside. How you doing, Abe? Hope you're doing good. Womp womp. When I see La Boo Boo on someone, I make them feel how dumb they are. You you try to degrade the fuck out of them? Oh no. I think that the Labubu trend is dying. I do think so. I don't think people give a shit about it anymore. The stuttering, yes. What if they'll like it? There's a lot of people out there that like that sort of things. No trend lives forever. No, I think it's over. When the director uses real bullets? What the fuck? Labubus are not even a thing since September. Is it over? Finally. Finally. Get rid of that shit. Why Gen Z lives in a luxury poverty? I'm finding some good ass videos now. Holy. I can't wait to have a day where we sit under a little bit more react. This is great. Overrated products. East Asian beauty standards is messed up. Okay. There's no way this is real. Look at this. When I hover over it, look at her fucking legs. Girl, you're not real. This is fake. This has to be AI. Hi, King. Meow. Hello. This is crazy. Anyways. It is real. We need to get into this lore. Oh my god. You want to know? You know what? Fine. It's an 8-minute video. It's an 8-minute video. Fine. We'll look at it. Apparently, the East Asian beauty standards are completely messed up. Now, look at this thing. This can't be real. This has to be AI. This is fake. This is Photoshop. There's no way there are women like this. And if you look like this, please call me. Let's take a look at this video.
East Asian beauty standard is hopeless. My East Asian mom thinks that Taylor Swift has gotten fat ever
That is just East European as well.
since her Reputation album. My mom is Chinese Singaporean, so by her standard, someone like Trump would fall into the extremely fat category, and Taylor Swift post Reputation would fall under ordinary fat.
Yes.
Also, Taylor got
There are levels to fat. But the thing is that the way middle-aged moms in East Asia, I guess, and also East Europe, the way they level them, there's a tier list, right? So you have like the one where you are basically fat, and then you have like kind of fatter, and then you got fatty, and then you got super fat. Like the fact that they have like multiple different tier, and the thing is that fat for an East European or East Asian mom, I assume they're basically the same, is that it doesn't necessarily mean like fat for them is basically skinny fat. It's that you have a little bit of fat around your waist. You are still wearing a shirt and there's nothing coming out. But since you have a little bit of belly, since you have a little bit of form, you for sure damn know your mom is gonna tell you. Now, I told this story yesterday. I'm gonna say it again. During COVID, it was a bad time. I did not have fun. I bet you didn't even have fun. People were going crazy outside. But you know what they did here? They shut down all of the gyms, and they shut them down for a year, right? And what can you do when they shut down the gyms? Nothing. You can't work out. Now, you could work out a little bit outside, but most people were stuck at home. And I stopped working out as much, obviously. And there was turning a little bit fat on my body. I could still wear a shirt and people would think I worked out for years. But my mom looked at me and she said, "You're starting to get fat. Eat less." And I'm like, where? And then she grabs my belly and she can't grab anything. She's not even grabbing anything. She's grabbing a little bit of skin and she's like, there. I'm like, there's nothing there.
hand, which my mom does not like.
Jim, what a nightmare,
she used to
truly.
look so white and skinny and beautiful. What happened to that? End quote. And the craziest thing is, my mom is far from being alone in thinking that way in East Asia. Here, the 3 key standards of beauty are: number 1, having white, pale skin; number 2, being skinny; and number 3, having big eyes with double eyelids, which is not hard to picture at all. Just think of Gollum from Lord of the Rings, alright? Big eyes, skinny, pale skin. Oh, sorry, I forgot there's a 4th standard: looking young. By that I mean not just young. You want to look as age-defying as possible, like a vampire. You want to be 50 years old but look 20.
38?
That's right.
40?
On top
That
of
is
this,
a 58-year-old woman right there.
40?
That is a 50-year-old lady. Ew.
On top of this, you gotta remember that East Asia is driven by this unapologetic...
I still can't get over the fact that when I was in a party in Tokyo, there was this girl, like my friend was talking to this girl, and I came by my friend to just say yo, and like we were at a party, and like we were clubbing in a nightclub in Tokyo, and he was talking to this girl, and he's like asking me, how old do you think she is? And I look at her, and she looks, I think I remember she looked like she was 19. And I'm like, I just thought to myself, since she's asking, I said 21, because I thought maybe a little bit older than what I was thinking. And he's like, no. And then she tells me, I'm 35. I'm like, oh my God. This girl looks like she's a teenager, but she's like double my age. What the hell?
Culture of shame. If you gain some weight, your parents and relatives would call you out, like right in your face kind of thing. What this entails is that the pursuit of these standards can get obsessive. From beauty YouTubers who'd spend hours enlarging their eyes, making them look 3 times bigger before they go on a date, to celebrities who'd get needle injections to make their skin look whiter. So you think the current beauty trends on Western social media are already bad and toxic? Well, in East Asia, it's that but amped up by 200. 100. So in this video, let's expose it all. First, let's talk about skin tone. If you've traveled to East Asia in summer, you might have seen a really weird practice. People put up umbrellas under the sun to shield themselves from the sunlight and thus to avoid getting tanned. A tradition my mom has carried over here living in North America. Mom, it's really sunny outside today. Want to go out?
1 second, I need to prepare.
To be fair, there's nothing wrong with wearing sunscreen or avoiding the scorching sun, which you should be doing if you don't want skin cancer. The thing is though, in East Asia, the purpose of doing all this sun protection is not so much health related, it's more about avoiding the tan. And how white is enough? Ideally, you want to be as white as snow or milk. The highest compliment one can give to someone's skin is to say something like, your skin is even whiter.
I wonder how you know how there are girls out there that are pale as the snow, and they look at their pale skin as a negative thing most of the time. Like, I've met a lot of pale girls that absolutely hate that they're so pale. So it is funny to see how the shades are completely different from their perspective, like bloodletting the paler skin. That's nuts.
White people. Irene from Red Velvet is widely considered to be a goddess level beauty.
I actually don't tan on. I tan on purpose. Like, I go to the sun on purpose, but like I don't go to like this tanning salon or something like that.
Even earning titles like the strongest visual of the era. According to Korean netizens, one of her most desirable beauty traits is her snow white pale skin. In Japan, most skincare commercials will advocate for something called toumeikan, sense of transparency, meaning you want your skin to be so bright that it almost looks transparent. On Chinese social media, pretty much every beloved...
I have one random question. Why is she wearing a face mask at home alone recording a video? You're not gonna spread any disease to us. Girl, why? I'm so confused. I just thought about it. Why is she wearing like a face mask?
That it almost looks transparent. On Chinese social media, pretty much every beloved Chinese actress has offered tips on how to whiten your skin.
夏天到了。
Let's get white together, guys. We should do this as a stream. Let's get white together, everybody. Let's all get bleach and bleach our skin together. Community activities. Skin whitening tips. Drink milk?
Like making a facial mask or drinking milk may sound completely harmless. In some cases though, the practices become more or less questionable. For example, some celebrities have recommended using plastic food wraps to seal the whitening cream in so that it absorbs better, claiming it will boost the whitening effect.
Get white on purpose. I am white. I'm not like white as snow during the winter, but like my shade on skin during winter compared to summer, there's like I go from a Nordic monkey to a fucking, like, I remember when I was in Spain, I went to the hotel and I went outside for an hour just to look around the surrounding, and when I went back to the hotel and I went to like take the elevator, there was these British or English like teenager or young adults that came in and they talked to me, and I was just yapping with them, and they asked if I was local. Apparently my skin got so tan in an hour that they thought I was from Spain. I was like, damn. Which is true. My skin does get tan really quickly. I do take in sun pretty easily and I never get sunburned, so I've got kind of an advantage, but yeah.
While you can argue that food wrap skincare seems bizarre, but still, what harm can they bring? At most, it may give you some acne due to suffocation, but it's not like it's gonna hurt you. Problem is, it doesn't just stop here. Someone truly committed to their skin goals may opt for the real deal, i.e. advanced treatments such as getting needle injections or even surgeries to bleach the skin. These procedures were once considered extreme and something reserved for celebrities, but in recent years, they have become alarmingly accessible. to the point that in every friend circle I've been in, there's always been like a friend's friend who either got it or considered getting one. Some girls even celebrate their 18th birthday by getting one of these procedures as an adulthood present. Knowing all this, knowing the length people will go to lighten their skin, things that would normally come off as bizarre to Westerners can now be explained. For example, remember Sejun from Singles Infernos, the Korean dating show on Netflix? The girl with tan, darker skin compared to everyone else who was pale? I personally think Sejun is beyond gorgeous, and all my North American friends think she's really, really hot. Perhaps even the most attractive contestant.
Imagine getting your surgery for your 18th birthday as a gift. No, that's a bar mitzvah gift nowadays. 16 and beautiful. They are starting young now to do body modifications. I can't tell you how many, like on TikTok, how many dudes I've been seeing taking these crazy things in their body just to change their bone mass and facial structure and all of these crazy things. Like, I think nowadays when it comes to body modification, thanks to social media, these things start young.
The season, but in the show nobody picked her. All the other girls were chosen at least once, but she ended up always alone. This is because her tan skin did not align with the mainstream Korean beauty standard. The male contestants prefer girls like Spooki or Soan, who have milky white skin, which by default score them higher scores on looks. As if this white skin thing isn't already messed up, let's now move on and talk about the next standard of beauty, having big puppy-like eyes with double eyelids. This shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. We've all watched anime, we've all seen the gigantic, out of proportion eyes anime characters have. And having big eyes is not enough. You also gotta have double eyelids. It makes a huge difference according to East Asian aesthetics. Double eyelids sharpen the contours of your eyes, which makes you look more European, which is somehow more desirable. Take Skip and Loafer as an example. The main character Mitsumi has big eyes but single eyelids. In comparison, hot girl Yuzuki has those typical double eyelids like every other generic pretty anime girl. Perhaps it is for this reason that Yuzuki is perceived as a 10 out of 10 beauty in the story, whereas Mitsumi is portrayed as an ordinary looking girl. And of course, we cannot let this pass without mentioning those dramatic makeup makeovers. A makeup routine that will make your eyes bigger by 3 times. At this point, it's not makeup you need to learn, it's magician's work. And for those who have the money and resources to get plastic surgery, they do. Double eyelid surgery is incredibly popular in East Asia. So popular to the point that I'd say out of 10 girls on the streets, at least 1 person got it. While double eyelid surgeries are relatively safe, there's also a procedure called lateral canthoplasty. Anyways, this procedure sends me the creeps. It involves opening up the inner corners of your eyes and adjusting them to make them look bigger. A procedure adopted by celebrities, influencers, and are slow.
Dude, that is scary, man.
Slowly becoming normal practices amongst the general population. As if all these aren't crazy enough, let's now move on to the last beauty standard and arguably the most questionable one, being skinny. So this is a shirt I bought in Korea last summer. You'd think this is a size small, right? Nope, no, this is a size large. Like the entire size system in East Asia is just...
You know what is crazy is that I went to England recently to buy some some clothes, and their medium is a large for me. I feel like that says a lot. This is really weird.
Dimension. Normally my concept of large is something like this. Also, East Asia does not like having thighs or too much curviness on the lower body, and this can be seen from the way characters are drawn in mangas.
Going to England for clothes, you know that London is one of the biggest fashion trend places in the world, right? London, Paris, and Tokyo, and probably somewhere in the US.
Famous anime girl that has thick thighs? I can't think of any from the back of my head. Contrast this with Wonder Woman or Emma Frost or Vi, for example, who all have relatively thicker thighs, which is perceived as attractive in the West. And the reason presumably being that East Asian beauty standard does not value women having muscle or strength, as thicker thighs are associated with stronger.
Yeah, but going to other countries for clothes? Yeah, because here's the thing. Clothes here suck. If it's not about the winter season, Fashion in my country is absolutely dog shit. And I like to also try out things and not order everything online. So when it comes to buying clothes in a different country, it's pretty normal here. It's quite normal. It's very, very normal. And also, it's super expensive here. Now, I wouldn't say it's cheap anywhere else, but like you buy trash for a lot of money. I can get better clothes in Turkey or UK. Yeah, or UK. Yeah, it's and all like the quality and the fashion is way better. So I never buy clothes in my own country unless it sucks. Straight up. I buy it in other countries. I go to Paris. I go to Asia. I go to London to buy clothes. I don't buy anything here. I haven't bought clothes in this country in a long time.
Which is why
the coats, they do well. Like their jackets, like they do really well winter wear. Winter wear, they pop off here.
Popular concern expressed by female gym goers in East Asia is that they want to use the gym to lose weight, but they don't want to muscle up or get bulky in any way. Conclusion. Anyway,
damn, y'all saw, there was like this Victoria's Secret show not too long ago. The day after Victoria's Secret, I saw a lot of baddies standing on that treadmill. I haven't seen that many women in my gym in a long time, but there was a lot of women out there doing cardio that day, right after Victoria's Secret. I told someone about them and they were like, maybe you saw a pattern there. I don't know.
When will this madness stop? On a positive note, there has been a slight change in recent years with more voices speaking up against these toxic standards, which ironically has been filled by the no marriage, no dating sentiment. The logic being, if marriage or dating isn't so important anymore, you no longer need to conform to these patriarchal standards. Yet, by and large, these standards are in no way disappearing anytime soon, at least not in the mainstream. Because when you grow up having these standards ingrained in your mind, it could be hard to disengage with it even in the absence of male gaze, which leads to the topic of internalized misogyny in East Asia that I've talked about in my second video. Feel free to check that one out. And that's it. Thanks for watching.
I think media has a big influence. Like I just said, Victoria's Secret. I remember there was like another thing for dudes. There was like another, like there's like so many, media in itself has like so much impact on people's perception of things and their problem with their own body. And whenever these things are pushed around that much, you just want to pursue it. And yeah, you're saying they have to work a lot hard for their body. That's true. I mean, taking care of yourself is to work hard for. You need to work to take care of yourself. And in some way, it is about yourself. Like some people view it as also a way of self-respect and like in many ways just to better themselves. Someone has to buy these surgeries, right? Yeah, I mean, it's obviously we always need to have someone needing to buy these surgeries. What are the surgeons going to do, man? They need money. Poor surgeons. There was the insane body trends when there wasn't media as well. I feel like there's always some psychological issues around that topic, obviously. But I think that nowadays with social media, there's a big boom in body dysmorphia. There's a massive boom within this field. People need to have self-respect and not continually compare themselves to others. The problem is that we have like a human nature, that our human nature in some degrees wishes to be better than others. And there are things where you do compare yourself to others all the time. I think there's like some tribalistic mentalities that are left behind from older days that are stuck around at this time. We want to be as good as we can. Some people just give up, but at some point or just generally, you don't want to look bad. You don't want to be like, you don't want to look in a certain way or have like something negative about you or be perceived in a negative light. You want to make it sure that you're perceived as good as possibly could. And depending on how much you wish to like push that direction is up to you, and whatever you think people will perceive you in a better light is also kind of up to you, because most of these thoughts and ideas are fabricated by your own mind. Oh, they were, but it was worse now. Yeah, not nearly as bad as it now. Yeah, now it's really bad. Women passed out for the corset. It is worse now, yes, but it was never better, is what I'm saying. Yeah, true. I mean, people still wear corset. They haven't stopped wearing corset. I've seen a lot of, there's a lot of women nowadays that I know also that wears corset now. So I think that's never going away. As many of these things, they will probably be stuck in time and never vanish. That'll be a video though. That was a good one. Yeah, but corset isn't physically changing. It's apparent. Yeah, it's more like a clothing that you just kind of push yourself. Corsets are a bit safer nowadays, are they? I have never wore one, so I can't even tell. I did see a dude once wear a corset, and it kind of looked good on him. So I was like one time debating, should I get one? I saw like a classy fit with one, but yeah. A little bit, yeah. I mean, still, you are pressuring your internal organs a lot. I wouldn't say it's a good idea to have one of these, to wear one of these. In the end of the day, fashion and beauty there is pain within that. There's a lot of pain. But yeah. Anyways, Femboy Addy's coming out. I am no femboy in any sort of way. That guy did not look like a femboy. I'm just going to tell you right now. That was a jack dude wearing classic outfit. He looked more like a bartender. I don't have that video though. This is a long time since I saw that. My wife wears that home corset to keep her stomach slim, but it does nothing. I don't think it will really do that much. But I haven't told her. As long as it helps her... Oh boy, what the fuck? Another lonely night? What is this? This isn't a glow up video. I live alone at 10 a.m. apartment in Tokyo. This is me getting ready for another night shift working at the Bunny Hostess. No fancy angles, no aesthetic apartment shoes. Just reality of surviving in a tiny space. Why did you choose this life? We might watch this video one day. That sounds interesting. Anyways. All right. I had a 10 a.m. apartment when I lived in New York. 10-meter apartment? I've seen people have... Like having a 10 meter, that's crazy. $10 diameter. Jesus, 10 diameter apartment is nuts. It sucked. Hey, you gotta go by and live by the way you could, man. It is what it is. These women nowadays aren't putting a ringworm in their bodies to get skinny. Yeah, now we put random chemicals in our body instead. You probably had it connected, right? Connected to the wall. I was raised off the floor with a kitchen sink next to it. Jesus. I will never complain about my one-room apartment. True. I mean, it is your kingdom. I mean, in the end of the day, at one point you'll probably upgrade it. And do you really need much more? I don't know. You gotta go by the shit whenever you're a student. Whenever you don't have that too much money. In the end of the day, you can sleep there and there's nobody bothering you. And that's probably the best thing about it. Jesus Christ. Anyways. All right, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go and put on a costume and get the fuck out. I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. It was super fun. I had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Fortunately, we didn't do any video games, but we'll do it probably next stream. We'll do some video games next stream. I'll do probably a longer stream that day. 3 room is all I need. Bathroom, living room area, kitchen, and bedroom. True, same. That's enough for me. But I have a little bit more now, but at the same time, I don't really need that crazy amount. I don't like I've always thought about it, like having a house, for example. I don't need all that space. That's too big. I gotta have like people I live with in that case. Take care. I appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night, morning, or afternoon, wherever you all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for your sub and all the follows. I'll see you guys around. Take care, and yeah, peace. I also don't have a offline screen, so bye.